think the feeling would be pretty undescribable, but we'll have to let you know once we get there. We're definitely going to focus on one game at a time and one shot at a time.
It's going to be pretty laid back for us because there's no pressure on us. I mean, we're the old girls in town, so bring it on. We'll try to play our best and give some teams some good games and get some good competition out of it.
Saskatchewan Championship Curling is brought to you by Viterra, SaskTel, Saskatoon Auto Connection, Singler Real Estate, Coldwell Banker Signature, Boston Pizza Restaurants of Saskatchewan, SaskTel Max TV, Girl Sask, and Real Cast Media.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's the 2023 Viterra Scotties Saskatchewan Women's Curling Championship. We are live from Affinity Place in Estevan, Saskatchewan. We're not even halfway through yet, and it seems like we've only just got here. We've got a playoff team about to be determined this afternoon. For those of you who weren't with us this morning, quick recap. There were just the two games on the ice this morning, both B-event action. Robin Silvernagel a 10-3 winner over Amber Holland, and Lorraine Schneider 9-3 winners over Ashley Howard. So those two teams move on in the B event. We've got three games on tap today, but the main one, the one that all our eyes are on, that A championship final, Anderson against Martin, the former teammates playing for the first of four playoff spots at this year's championship. Huge to get that A win. Both teams want to get that leg up into the championship, or potentially into the championship. Just about set to get underway here, and that means it's time for us to meet the teams in this afternoon's A final.
Hi, I am third Lindsay Birch. Our skip is Nancy Martin. Our second is Jennifer Armstrong. Our lead is Kristen Karwacki, and we curl out of the Martinsville Curling Club in Martinsville, Saskatchewan.
I'm skip Sherry Anderson. At third is Patty Hurstcorn. Brenda Gertson plays second. And at lead is Anita Silvernagel. And we curl out of the New China Curling Club in Saskatchewan.
Sean Joyce, Kim Hudson, Susan Lang with you here. And Susan, Kim, I want to just start by saying it's always interesting when we get here, and it doesn't matter the format. We've seen different formats over the years that we've done it, but you're talking about a 5-day championship. Here we are, we're only in the middle of the third day. We really haven't even been here for 2 full days yet. And one team is already going to be through to the playoffs. It's so important to get off to a fast start in a provincial championship.
Yeah, no, I mean, it seems redundant to say that, but it does. But here's the downside of that, just a little bit. I mean, anyone will take it. You win it, you're on into the playoffs. But the thing is, it's what you said, Sean. Today's Friday afternoon. It's a lot of sitting around once you win the A.
Yeah, we've seen that before too, but it's one of those things, like you said, you talk to the teams beforehand. Nobody's going to turn down the spot in the playoffs. The 1-2 game, so the A-B game in this format is huge. So you definitely want one of those two spots. You take either one. I think if you asked the teams beforehand, if you promised me I was going to win the A-B game, I'd take the B one just to keep playing.
That's right.
But nobody's ever made that promise. So
yeah, they don't just hand that to you.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're going to make you play the game.
Sorry, just a little big. Actually, it was 9.
But the teams that we have seen that have got off to the fast start are certainly the ones that have picked up the ice the best. the soonest. There's lots of curl out here. A couple of different draw paths, so different draw weights, and you have to be very precise on your draws and getting into the right path. We've seen where if you go out wide, it can really slide on you. If you get in toward the center just a bit too soon, the weight comes off with the curl, and that's fooled some teams into missing some key shots that they normally wouldn't. So these two teams clearly, Nancy got off to that slow start in her first game, but she's been on fire since.
Which also leads you to say it's weight sensitive too, Sue. When you're icing for a hack compared to a regular hit, compared to a bumper, it's very weight sensitive. You know, you have to throw exactly the weight that you're calling in order to catch the curl at the right time.
But the nice part is every shot out here is available. We haven't seen anybody say, oh, I can't make that because the ice won't give it to us. It doesn't matter what weight you play. If you throw the right one, you can make every shot out here. For every style of shot is sort of what I'm trying to get at.
Well, and given this ice and what you can see by the teams that are in here, are the teams that have caught on to it, and the dare I say the veteran skips that are calling this game and reading this ice. Obviously they're picking up on it, reading it well, and know what they're doing.
But an early mistake here from the Anderson team allows Jennifer Armstrong the opportunity to sit two, drawing the open side. Sliding a lot. That sometimes is handy too if your opposition cooperates with you a little bit and doesn't make all their shots. That if you're putting the pressure on them, you'll start to see some good results also.
Should point out it was the Martin team that won the draw to the button, so they've got the last rock here in this opening end. Chance to split the rings early and sit two. Kim, you had mentioned that the weight sensitivity with the hit weight. Really, you could make an argument on this ice the way it's been running so far this week. You could say the same thing with the draw, because
for sure.
It doesn't really start in the middle. It really starts to come down. But if you throw a little bit quieter or a little bit more weight, thinking it's going to come down in the middle, it carries through what we call the good stuff. It carries through that faster ice on the outside and never gets to the middle. And we've seen, even talked to a few of the players that said it can make you look foolish out there because you can miss a draw by a long ways, and really you threw it the way you wanted to. It just got into the path you weren't expecting.
So Jennifer looking to keep two yellow rocks in the rings. Well, that's what Sherry needs, is to start to get these rocks getting a little closer together. She wants to get out of this slight bit of trouble. One thing we have heard from the curlers is it's great sweeping ice. They've really enjoyed sweeping out here. They feel effective, and they're able to carry rocks quite a bit.
I like that out of your hand. Good sweep, Lindsay. Sorry with that. It's a little tight in the room. Yeah,
that's something that you usually hear more in the Scotties or the tankard. You don't hear a lot of that in seniors about good sweeping ice, because we just we don't want to be sweeping anyway.
Except the 5-time Canadian champions here have some great sweeping.
Wanted to hit it just about that much on the other side, make the double, but by hitting it where she did, rolls in front of that Yellowstone at the back 12.
I think bump. Yeah, I like bump. Right out to it. This side comes up. You got it.
Well, and we do have to say that Nancy Martin and Sherry Anderson were teammates. They played together for about 3 years, I believe.
Whoa.
So, some added fun to watch for in this game.
You're saying there might not be too many surprises.
I wouldn't think so.
Well, there's a little bit of a surprise.
Good throw. A little big.
Good, Patty.
Yeah, weight was good.
Good
Well, it was just getting with Nancy curling third with Sherry. It's just that Sherry so frequently had to be in two places at once, two competitions at once. And it was just getting to be too much for her in the sense that being this 5-time Canadian champion and always going off to Worlds and everything, it was just Sherry deciding that I'm just going to bring my senior team in here and concentrate with one team playing for the year, not two teams.
I was going to say, it was interesting that Martin played outside in to play at that shot. Sherry Anderson elected to go from the inside out. And then further to that, we saw the Anderson team once earlier in the competition, and Patty Hersecorn herself was having a few struggles that game. She even alluded to it with a little bit of a drift, and if you noticed it on her delivery there, that back foot was starting to come out again. So something she's trying to get a handle on right now.
Let it work, let it work. Big, 10-5. Close, no. Curl, curl.
Yeah, curl.
Curl for anything here. Yep, got a curl. Just nosing. Okay. That's pretty good for Patty for
Yep, 10. Yep.
They're hoping to roll towards the other red stone. Stays right there. You've seen a couple of momentum shifts here in this opening end. The open miss giving up the chance to split the rings, and then one jam later, we go from potentially scoring 2 to looking like they might get forced.
Well, that's one thing you tell yourself with that open miss. It happened early. It is a challenge to maintain that 2-rock advantage through the next 12 shots that you're going to see, like between your 6 and their 6 shots. So it's quite a challenge to maintain that possible deuce the whole way through an end.
We've seen a lot of fairly open ends to start off games as well, and that's maybe one thing that we haven't talked about. It when you play an open end like that, one miss can really swing things in a hurry, whereas when there's some rocks in play, well, you can maybe get away with the miss if you make something later on.
As we're rolling across here, it was 10 miles. That was good.
Rock first, Linz.
Yep.
Well, Nancy looking to roll over on top of the other one, just so Sherry has something to pass by and maybe get lucky, get a jam, or maybe flip the back one and get a blank again yet.
Yep, I like it.
And if she ever over curls on this attempt a little bit, catches the first one thin, she could make the double here herself. But playing the kind of weight where she couldn't roll over the top of it if she hits it thick, that's the key. You either want to keep your shooter or roll right into that red stone.
I think it's a pretty thin, isn't it?
Oh, it's really thin. Yeah, you'd have, but she's looking to roll towards it. Well, if you hit it a little thin because she's coming over the top,
any roll you've got, Kristen?
not gonna get very far over the top.
Sorry, it's a bit big. Okay. Might have went
Heard
tiny.
Nancy say it was a bit big. I thought she had said she was going to throw bumper. That was pretty firm.
Sorry, Linz, just a bit big on you.
Same. Yeah.
Well, quick ice and a beautiful slide surface. It's not hard to overthrow shots out here.
I don't mind rolling. Yeah, you're right on the stick on that one.
No, same ice.
Just want to hit.
Just change the position.
So when Sherry's talking about a roll here, she's not talking about a big roll, and she's probably got something in her mind about just how far over do we roll where she has to think about whether she wants to hit it or draw. You'd love to put it right on that borderline where you could put 2 shots in the other skip's head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Roll it a bit. Roll it.
I think she might have wanted to roll about 6 inches further, and then Nancy's got very little room to roll to the outside, at least.
10-4.
She might think about drawing.
Good for us. On release. Okay. Yeah, Nancy, nice throw.
Yeah. You got it.
So Nancy Martin, her final stone in the opening end of play.
Clean. Yep.
Needs to hit, stay in the 8-foot to pick up the single.
Yep. Okay, clean now. now. We're okay now. We got the nose. There, girl. 9-9. There, girl.
Makes the hit, does stay right there. Put a single point on the board for Nancy Martin here in the opening end of play, this A final. Nancy Martin, Sherry Anderson looking for the first spot in the playoffs. It'll be the Anderson team with Last Rock when we come back in end number 2.
When we were first looking at these e-bikes, I read the reviews. What they talked about was an e-bike grin, and I had no idea what an e-bike grin was, but the first time I powered that bike up, I had the biggest smile on my face. It was unbelievable, because unless you own one or have driven one, you really have no idea what that feeling is like. It's hard to describe.
We know farming isn't an 8-to-5 business. That's why we want to give you the tools to do business anywhere, anytime. With My Viterra, you have a powerful tool at your fingertips to stay connected no matter where you are. Create online contracts, receive customized alerts, view your account information, and access grain prices in real time. Talk to your rep today and find out more about how you can harness the power of My Viterra, keeping you connected in real time. This is My Viterra.
Saskatchewan Championship Curling is brought to you by Viterra, proud sponsor of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Becky.
Curling Day in Saskatchewan, and here we are in Estevan, looking to determine the first playoff team here at the 2023 Viterra Scotties Provincial Championship. Nancy Martin out to the early 1-0 lead, looking for stone in the rings there, but that slides a little deeper than they had in mind. And
14.
Sherry Anderson now going to ask lead Anita Silvernagel to throw the corner guard.
Just like 14 right now.
Line's good.
And the two sweepers basically almost pushing each other out of the way, suggesting that this one might be a little warm.
Really deep.
So the plan B call here, if we're going to be in the rings, let's put it in back of the tee line, and then if Martin team hits it, it might be a rock we can use later on.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Huh. Nine, 5, 10.
No. No! Lindsay! Lindsay, hard!
Good over. You're making it go. You're making it go. Hard to stay. Okay.
Makes the hit.
Come back.
You got two players trying to convince it which way it wants to spin, and it stays out of the rings. So another chance now for Anita to put up the corner guard, and that rock where it stayed just spinning out the back of the rings, it's a rock that could make a peel difficult later as well.
Make a peel difficult, and if they ever actually get to use this corner, if it doesn't get peeled, it's one to jam on as well.
I felt like she didn't catch it. Like, but like not like.
We've got our first updated for you as well here on the other B event game that's on this afternoon on right next door.
Clean, curl, got a curl.
And Stevenson with Last Rock. Does she have a chance to make the double over the top? Well, it doesn't matter. She jammed it solidly, but her shooter stays top of the forefoot. She'll pick up her single point over Skylar Ackerman there. It'll be Ackerman with Last Rock in the second.
Halfway tight.
Tight! This is tight slides. Tight!
Tight.
Top 12! Top 12!
Yeah, everything comes at you fast from here on in. We've got the A final right now. We've got B semis tonight, the B final tomorrow morning, and C qualifiers tomorrow afternoon.
And then we're into the playoffs. Every
It
draw.
feels like we just started.
2 days ago.
Oh, but it was a late draw Wednesday. This is only draw 6.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
But when it's a triple knockout, things, as you say, come fast or you go home fast if you're on the flip side of those scores.
Keep that kick handy.
3 games, and I think we start to lose teams this afternoon, actually.
Same, yeah.
10-5.
Oh, somebody's going to feel bad that you brought that up. There is one C event game on the ice this afternoon. Makes the hit, does catch the second stone. Sherry Anderson with that aggressive sweeping behind the tee line, manages to get that stone out of the rings. Didn't see much of a reaction to that from her former third. Either of them. The one up here or the one down there.
10, weights up.
Yes. Really was good, Brenda. Sorry. Okay. It was just so darn smooth. Good. Good on the weight, 10.
Still, I liked Sherry's comment last night when she was interviewed after the win, and she just said how special it is, even this late in her career, how special it is to curl in an arena ice setting. And this Estevan facility, Infinity Place, is just outstanding. So you just get a great environment, great ice. But I did find that intriguing. This is Sherry with 40 some odd years of high performance curling and still appreciating the environment. So translating that then to some of these younger curlers that are out here to get a taste of fabulous arena ice setting.
Yeah.
Why not?
Let's go there. Let's go open.
Yeah. Okay. I think. Yep. It's quick.
Yeah. I like it. Back 8. Lots of room. Let it work then.
I don't think so.
No. There it goes.
Back 8, back 12 on its own.
No.
Don't want to touch it.
Okay. Trying to come down though. Nope.
Back 12.
Sit.
We're through.
Okay, call it quick. If it stops in the back 12, is Sherry going around the corner guard in the second end?
Yes.
Okay.
If it stops behind the house, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was going to be another one and couldn't quite sweep out.
It's okay. It's a 14-1.
This just looks so inviting with those yellow rocks back there as well.
Can you get a time in this thing?
Could be catchers, could be stoppers.
Just a second left. Yeah. As long as they're like 15-5, we could probably get there.
Yeah. It's
I got a 30.
28.
8.
Off.
This one seems to be zipping along quite quickly.
Brushers are standing up.
Coming down. No, it's timing like it's heavy, but might come to this one.
Are you still in the rings if you come to that one?
Okay.
Oh, got a
Maybe.
light chip
Might
in.
spill in off of it.
Oh, they fall apart.
Yeah, it's in.
Sure. Or we draw. Yeah. Do we ever like just coming around this now? Same speed on the side, so.
That was 13.9, so
15.
Like
yeah, 15 still, I think.
15s.
Okay. I'll give it to you.
We're still all there.
That was close. T-line. Let it work. We've got room right now.
I think back 4. Back 4, back 8. Back 8.
There it goes.
Back 8.
Curling now.
Yep. Back 8. Line only. Whoa. Back 8. Coming off.
Really
T.
curling.
T.
Go, Kristen. Yeah. Go, Kristen. Go.
It's really moving.
Go.
Yep. To Barry.
Beauty.
Great, that a girl. Good adjustment.
Nice shot.
Great shot.
Good call.
It's fully buried.
Good judge.
Really nice.
Oh, it's pure peeling.
Gee, that's
A quick ask to see how much they could see, and it doesn't sound like enough. So they're going to play the corner freeze. The line's nice coming by here. She could bump this a little bit, but she's got to have that line where she's not going to bounce open.
Off, yeah.
She'd like to get to about 2/3 of the stone, maybe move it a few inches.
I always found this to be a lot more difficult shot than what it looks like. You have to be so precise, weight within about a foot of what you need, and the line is so critical.
Well, we've certainly seen that there's plenty of curl all over the way, all over the place, so you know that this shot is certainly there. Over curled.
Good weight. Nice weight. Nice weight, Patty.
Yeah, me too. Weight was great.
But again, you know, to get shot rock perfectly positioned, I said I always thought that was a
It's like
difficult shot, but
I agree.
Make sure there's no,
Like low 15.
Yeah.
just gonna make sure there's no bobby pins on the track.
Yes. It's like 5 feet quicker than practice. Yeah,
Yeah,
like low 15.
Yeah, I like that.
Where do you exactly?
Just T-line.
T-line? Okay.
T-line or just behind T's great.
Okay. Let's make it, Nancy.
15.
Yep. Love it. Line's good. Line's good. We got room right now. Where are we?
Yep, keep going. Okay.
Top.
Keep going.
Curling now.
Easy, easy.
Top
easy.
4 if you can. Top 4.
Gonna be deeper than ours.
Yep. Right to top 4.
Yep. Oh, you got
Touch
it.
8.
Oh, you
Touch
got
8.
it. Oh, you got it.
You got it. Little more.
Great sweeping.
15-6. Great sweep.
Good job by the brushers. Had to get that in for at least second, and
Good.
for a couple of reasons. First of all, you didn't want Sherry having a shot to maybe do something over on that other side. Plus, if she sits in the 12-foot there, you could have left the across the house double to
Yeah,
sit as many as 3.
yeah, they got just about even. Great sweeping, like that brush head speed is just incredible, especially watching Kristen and Jennifer. They've got those brooms just flying with pressure on top of it all. It's really great sweeping and so close together too. So good sweeping tandem.
I think we might as well try fairly hard for the roll.
Right. That's a great
Try
shot.
fairly hard for the roll, Patty, okay? Try hard for the roll. Little less.
When she's talking about trying hard for the roll, she means all the way across and in behind those corners. But, you know, she just rolls to the center line here, and if Nancy Martin ever happened to hit it on the nose again, you still might be looking at a double for 3.
Go. Hard.
Go.
Hard,
Come on.
Hard. Good sweep.
Gets a roll over to the corner of the 4-foot. It is shot rock, and Nancy Martin has to be careful here. She's got to make a roll. If she stays right there, Sherry Anderson will have a chance. And we do think that stone at the very back is nibbling the 12-foot.
I like it.
It's a hair tighter.
All the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Your instinct is to get it over to that other side of the 4-foot there, but you've got to watch where this red rock is going to go.
Gonna roll that way, hey?
Yeah.
Kind of weight.
Just 11.5.
Okay.
And then honestly,
Let's make it.
I'm also just thinking, do we just go the other way?
I'm going to put you on the spot, Susan.
We know this.
If Nancy Martin rolls out here, and that's what they're discussing, does Sherry Anderson try the run back for 2?
I've been looking at that run already because it's reasonably short and early in the game. And it's just straight back.
Just clean. Whoa.
Weight's good.
Whoa. We're rolling the other way right now.
Go the other way then. Go
Other
the
way. Yep. Straight.
Little big.
Whoa. Curl.
Got to be real careful rolling
Okay,
into
stay
their
with it,
own that they
Kristen.
don't leave a double as well.
Sit. Good.
That works.
Good. 10-6.
Does it?
Good judge.
I think that's just,
That's nice because it jams.
Well, I think
into
it's
that
for
yellow,
2.
too.
The middle yellow might bounce off that one that's outside.
Yeah.
I guess if my shooter stays.
Well, and if
I guess, yeah.
But it's a shot for 2.
Yeah, it is.
I got plenty.
We know
really
it curls.
doesn't need to whip it. You could play it like a hack weight, or just like you're trying to hit that one yellow that's right beside the broom.
How does that look?
And it's going to clip the one behind it. There's no way to miss it. Because you can't see all of the yellow she's hitting.
I know, I was thinking a hair more.
Mind you, the top yellow does have quite a way to roll to get through the 12-foot, so probably firmer than hack, but doesn't have to be a screamer because you certainly want to keep your shooter.
Okay, let's make sure. Yeah. Get 2. I think just a 10, guys. Okay. You got her, right at her.
So nice, what we would call control weight, working weight, but enough to move those rocks out of position.
Sherry Anderson, final stone here in the second end of play, trailing by 1. A chance for, well, at least 2. If it clears the back one, it might be 3, but they're on the brush early. Has to get by the corner guard. And it's just going to touch it and slide by everything. It's going to be a steal of 2 here for Nancy Martin in the second end of play. Boy, a fraction of an inch from 2 points one way, it ends up 2 points the other way. Nancy Martin jumping out to the early 3-0 lead here in this A final. Sherry Anderson with last rock once again in the third.
Hi, this is Dustin Keltoff with Saskatoon Auto Connection. When I'm not working hard on my curling delivery, I'm working hard on making Auto Connection the best auto service center possible. I started our service center in 2018 because it's hard to find an auto service shop you can trust. At Auto Connection, our core values are honesty, integrity, and transparency. We're happy to text you photos or videos of your car's problems to help you make better, more educated decisions. Saskatoon Auto Connection, the mechanics you can trust.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
January at Boston Pizza, every day is Pasta Tuesday. That means BP's famous pastas start at just $10.99 every single day. Create your own or go gourmet for just a few bucks more. Come on in for Pasta Tuesday pricing any day. Only this January at Boston Pizza.
Just amazing the difference that a quarter of an inch on the guard made for the score in this game.
Sherry Anderson with her final stone. Looking to perhaps get 2. The brushes were on early. There you can see it just barely even moved the guard off the touch. And just slides by the 2 yellows. They get that by. It's 2 for sure. And boy, if the second Yellowstone, and there's a possibility that it could have cleared that one on the side. There was that little nibbler at the back. It could have been 3.
Yeah, quite a big difference on the scoreboard, that's for sure. 2-1, 3-1 instead of 3-0.
It's okay. Get the next one. You got it. This thing the same as yesterday, 15-1. Yeah, that's 13-9.
Oh, there. Lots of room. Whoa, 28.
So with the 3-point lead, Nancy Martin really not interested in any guards. Did call that stone into the rings, but didn't want it all the way to the back 8. Sherry Anderson would like to see a corner guard, and this one looks like it might be trying to slide in.
Okay.
They talked enough to it.
Yeah.
Just tight. Yeah.
My toes were clawing the ice.
It did not look like they were confident that rock was going to stop in front of the rings.
They were pleading.
I think that's in. Yeah,
Top 12.
Is that one of the ones where as a sweeper you go back and your lead said, I knew it was there all along. That's where she called for it, right?
That's right, all day.
Top 4. Top 4. It just ran so long. Right? Top 8.
So we bring this rock into the top of the rings. We've got a live look at sheet 3.
Okay.
The event game here as well. Skylar Ackerman with the Yellowstones has got last rock here, looking to draw with her final, and I think the indication there was it was hard to tell who was shot, but I see them indicating it was the red at the top of the 4-foot. So it's a steal of 1 for Brooklyn Stevenson. She's now got a 2-0 lead there.
Go around it. Looks not that deep, but the same. Pretty much the same unless it curls earlier.
A little bit shorter, maybe. They didn't touch that corner.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just freaking fast.
So fast.
Yeah, it's the fastest we've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slow enough.
All right.
Yeah, you can. Okay, right in
Well,
the
you
front.
heard the curlers. It's quick out there.
Yeah, it's just so quick to me. Well, it's pretty quick. Yeah. What was that? 25. I have the same split on.
Halfway!
I think we're tight.
Halfway tight! Oh, it's gonna glide, you guys. Tight! Sliding.
Tight. Weight's good.
Has to finish
Weight's
right
good.
Want to curl?
Yeah,
Oh, we're really tight. We're really
A
tight.
little bit, yes! Yeah, bring it tight, both of you. Yep.
We're very tight.
Okay, that's good.
Easy.
Okay, good. Nice.
Good call, Lindsay.
Nice shot.
16-3.
Great. There we go. Oh, it's
That is the 5th rock of the end,
but
so
it feels.
there might be both teams looking to move some guards right now. Sherry Anderson doesn't like that one on center.
Good shot, Jen.
Just a head roll, just a 10, but
I even felt like I had to like pull it back in my side. Like,
Wants to stick around over on the side. Looking at getting that one off the top of the 8-foot.
If she makes that and the roll, you might see Nancy Martin want to clean up that corner a little bit. 3-point lead. I don't know how many corner guards she's willing to ignore.
I think we're about to see.
hard, hard. Keep going. Keep going.
right out.
Okay.
Makes the hit, misses the stone in the top of the
Yeah, and they were
8-foot.
sweeping. Or were they sweeping for
they were
curl?
sweeping for curl.
Yeah.
And really the shooter rolled to the point where it's still in play but not covering anything.
Makes that corner guard peel a little bit more difficult, though.
Does.
You can certainly see a ricochet into the rings. Red onto red and sideways over to the 4-foot.
Touch more, tight.
Top 8.
Top 12.
Top 8. Yep.
Whoa, whoa, Lindsay.
Yep! Go, Kristen!
The call here was they were trying to
Just
guard
top
that
eight.
stone on the
Top
top
eight.
of the
It's really
8-foot.
coming
The
off.
early
Top 12,
indication from the
top 12
brushes, it's
biting.
deeper than a guard.
Okay. That's fine.
Sorry. Somewhere in
They
between.
kind of got caught in between there.
Yeah.
So like 0.2 of a second more than
I
the
think
other
if we
one.
got that to
That's
curl, it
more
would
than-
have came off.
Yeah.
How much slidier?
Sorry, that was our bad.
So another chance for the double. There's a couple of ways this could work out for them. You can make the double. If you hit a little bit on the high side, you might jam the second one, but your shooter probably rolls in behind the corner guards as well.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch the roll. Yes, 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 yes. Hard chair. Good.
Or you could get the double and roll into the rings.
Roll into the rings, but wide open.
Even a big roll's okay.
Nice shot,
Yeah.
Frida.
Got it, Lindsay, let's make it.
Roll on's great. I'm seeing my intern.
Just 3/4
Jane, you have to be careful of that yellow rock that hung. You know, you've got to sweep those when you're the opposition skip, because they just come back
yeah,
to
let's
haunt
go.
every once
I
in a
say
while.
this way first. How much weight?
Just that bumper.
Okay.
Okay.
11 and a half here.
Bob.
Close. Yep. Hard. Real hard.
It's rocking the rings, so Nancy Martin's going to make a play on it. It probably doesn't matter where they roll. Sherry Anderson likely coming around the corner.
Hard. Hard not to jam.
Well, if they hit it on the nose, she might cut off the corner, but jams it on her own stone on the back, and well, we're going to come around the yellow and see if we can't sit two.
Nice weight.
Well, she went farther than I did in not wanting to come around the yellow. She's going to look at coming around very wide just so that she can come around the
You
reds.
think it'll be like practice weight, or what do you think?
Yeah, tough one. Your weight was really
I don't
nice.
think it's keened up a lot. I don't think it's going to be that bad out here. Okay. I just don't know how to get you there, Patty.
I don't. Oh.
How's that? 30 here or a 40, 30? Okay,
well,
I
it's going to be enough because it's going to curl.
Well, they're discussing weight and ice. Not totally sure how to get there.
Is that no, I don't think so. I think you're good. Trust it.
I think it's close.
Going out this wide, Anita's got to make sure that she's got some room to sweep. She's going to be into the boards there pretty quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, look out, Anita.
Hard. You guys got a good one. Go, hard. Hard line.
Got to get by the second one.
Really nice.
Hair deep, but very nice. For the guessing involved.
Well, it's a hair deep, but in order to try to follow it down, Nancy Martin would have to be confident throwing that outside. We've only seen a couple of attempts like that all week. That's a really good shot by Patty Hersecorn, and some of it is you just have to believe because it's not like you've seen it.
Yeah, no, that's true. They discussed it, they talked it through, and exactly what you said, believe in it.
There it goes. Anyway, nice throw, Patty. You got it.
That girl. Great throw.
Lindsay with the hit. Important to stay right there for Sherry Anderson to make a play on it.
Okay.
She didn't have a lot of room to roll before she's not shot rock anymore, and then Sherry Anderson ignores it.
Absolutely.
Of all the times, we probably could have thrown it up and that straight up. Yeah, you got her. Nice bump. Bumper!
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Patty Hersecorn would like to roll the open side here. She stays right there. She could leave a double.
Okay.
Not able to roll away, though. Definitely does leave a chance for Nancy Martin to get the double or even just hit and roll in front of that stone.
Yeah, accomplishes the same thing.
She's got the luxury when they're that close together. She can throw some up weight here if she'd like, because there's no way you're rolling over the top of it.
Yeah, you've got, you can hit anywhere from
No, I'm throwing out turn, Lynn.
probably
Oh, yeah, sorry. Your
half, a quarter, 3/4, anywhere in there. If I knew my fractions.
Okay. But if you just haven't seen it.
I like it. You got it.
Yep, you got it.
If she's a little thick on the contact on the first one, she might come to the second one and spin up a little bit as well.
Oh!
Yep.
Yes!
Whoa.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
Whoa.
Whoa!
Whoa.
No. Okay, just rolling on top now.
Makes the hit.
Okay,
That works.
7-6.
Does come right to the corner of that stone, and her shooter is dead behind her own stone at just outside the rings.
I don't know how we make the double.
So Sherry looking at just getting a top of the corner of the forefoot there for shot rock coming around.
Nice throw. 7-6.
She liked it, but she's got
Great shot. Great result.
No.
Seems pretty nice in the middle.
Yeah.
Like 15 and a half.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, we need fight of the 4 guys.
Okay.
Gotta get it at least half there.
Okay, you got her.
Sherry Anderson with the last rock here as we play the third. This is her first. Looking to come around the corner guard.
I got a 34.
Yep.
Okay.
5. Yes. Boom.
6.
Whoa. Close for long. Yep. Whoa. Room. Close. Close.
What do you think?
Yep. 6. Yes.
6 is the number they want.
7. Whoa.
Curling away from
Atta girl. Really
definitely shot and overburied, I think.
Yeah, overburied.
That really worked.
Yeah, same as
Once it hit the line.
basically
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Getting shots great, but we can afford to be up here. Yes.
Maybe just
Well,
a touch
if you're
more than
afford
there.
to be light,
Like think that was like a 15.
Sherry draws to the 4-foot for 2.
Almost. No.
Just freeze.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind
Speed's
just telling
nice.
her what she gave us here. I don't have to think anymore. Okay. Because being higher is better. Sure. Okay. Same speed as last end.
Okay. Yeah.
You got it. I like it. Let's make it.
Yeah. Same as what you threw here.
Yep.
Like to go.
Line's good.
Close.
T-line.
T.
Back 4.
Yeah.
Golden.
Back 4, line only.
No.
Close.
Right now.
We're heavy.
Well,
Back 4.
can you ever curl?
Back
Yeah.
8. No, we
Knife
can't.
it. Knife it. On its own.
Back 8.
Try. Try. You're moving it. It's working. It's working. Yeah. Bring it over if you can. Bring it over.
Got a couple of options here. If you don't get to the red, you could come to the corner of your own behind it.
Good.
Like that.
Good call.
14-5.
Good weight call.
Yeah. Good call.
I was like, might as well try it.
Yeah.
Good thing she'd said, I guess short's okay, like, you know, she said, but
Yeah. Back 8.
good thing she said that, because I mean, in the sense that if she thought she was throwing draw weight,
Yeah.
that it could have gone to the back line and gone right by everything.
I think the right weight, that ice was perfect.
14-5.
Doesn't leave Sherry anything but a draw to the button for her single point.
Yeah.
If you didn't, especially if you didn't.
And again, she got by, Nancy got by, Sherry's rock by. The amount that Sherry ticked on that guard on her chance for 2 is just 2 very paper-thin measurements that big swings in this game. If Nancy ticked off of that, here's another opportunity for 2, but Nancy got past that rock. Whereas Sherry in the second end just ticked.
It's a game of inches or millimeters.
Well, I was going to say, if I knew any metric, I'd have said millimeters, but
Running.
I better stay with the imperial system.
Starting to curl now. Curling now. Looks heavy.
It is.
Pressure's still standing back on this one a little bit.
Just cleaning.
Needs full 4 out of this. Doesn't have backing yet.
Atta girl.
Now starting to curl. Does clip that yellow stone, and she'll spin off but stay in the back corner of the button. Put a single point on the board for Sherry Anderson. She's on the board, but Nancy Martin, her former third, has a 3-1 advantage in the last rock in the 4th.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Fourth in just about to get underway. Sherry Anderson helping us out. She told us what they're calling it. Sometimes they don't tell us, because of course they usually know. They have a little conference after the end.
Well, and as long as they keep telling us, we don't necessarily be here.
Well, the one reminder that she did give the team, and that's different this year with the no-tick zone. She wants to make sure it's touching the center line.
Hard. No, it's slowing down now.
I know, but it needs to stop. Well, it is if we sweep it. Get it over there, Sharon. Get it over there.
Now, how do you know in the logo?
I think it is.
I think they've agreed that it is.
You got it, Kristen.
Yeah.
Delayed. Okay. Am I on the line?
Did they agree, or did Nancy Martin just decide we're not going to play anywhere near it anyway, so it doesn't matter?
I actually thought I heard her say it is.
Okay. I didn't hear her. I thought she'd at least come out and take a look, but we did actually. We've had a few discussions about this one with the logos, and I did talk to the head official Kevin about this yesterday. And he went out and looked, and it was one of the interesting things to note that you can't actually see the center line through. He went right over top of it, and you can't actually see the center line through the logo, so you'd have to make a judgment from the end.
1, 2, 2.
So now playing the long center guard.
So we saw that ad for the Estevan Curling Club 50-50 draw. It's run on the curlsask.ca site. Its proceeds go to junior curling here in Estevan. The draw goes tonight until 9:30. You can buy your tickets if you're here in Saskatchewan online. A big button on the curlsask site. You can't miss it. First night, somebody walked home with about $1,500. Last night, the winner had just over $2,000. And right now, our jackpot is already sitting at $2,700. So somebody's going to get a really nice phone call this evening around 9:30. I hope it's you, and go buy your ticket.
I was just going to say that long center guard by Anita was a nice shot. Those long center guards on 16-second ice, they're not easy.
No, that's tippy-toe out of the hack, isn't it? You breathe in like you're doing everything not to give that rock a little extra push.
Top 4.
While the come around makes its way down, we've got an update in that other B event game. Skylar Ackerman with the last drop, so playing the third, and has a chance here to just draw, needs any piece of the rings to pick up her deuce.
Brooklyn Lemon was facing 3 yellow stones on her last one, came up with a really big double. Was not possible to save her shooter, but happy to only give up the 2 points. She was in a little bit of trouble.
Well, we may have a no-tick zone violation. They did decide that it was touching. That stone comes down, makes contact with it, pushes it a little bit, and of course it all has to happen in the logo, so the teams have to really agree upon it, and they did. Is that where it helps that you're playing a former teammate? It's not going to be too much, too bitter out there?
I like to think all curlers are that way.
That really came off a lot. If your kick was okay.
You don't think there's any of this? You still owe me that one from Brandon last year.
Line only. Okay.
32.
Wait only. Whoa. Wait only. Line only. 7. 7, 8. 8. It's starting to really curl, but it's.
Do you want me to go?
No, it's fine.
I'm 14.
It's got to
sit.
Sit. Okay.
Looking for the come around, and it does bury, but into the back of the forefoot. And now Nancy Martin can just start outright peeling these guards.
Heel. And whoa.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably 22 would be close.
Sherry's saying a little too early to come around. Let's put this one back up on a high guard.
That computes, I think. Okay.
And over in our C event game here, we see Jessica Mitchell here. Looks like she's drawing for 1 or maybe for 2.
Looked like she had the open draw.
I'm not
trying
sure
to draw
who
full
shot.
eight
I
for the
think
2,
it was.
Looks like it snuck just a little bit deep. Hard sweep there.
We'll see the score mark shortly, but I believe it was 1 point for Mitchell.
Yeah, Chantel Hogue gave it a really hard sweep to get it to the back 12 foot.
Well, where is it? It's a 3.
Well, we're not in.
2, 3, 3. No, just let her stop. Higher the better. Higher the better.
Nice start, Jen. Thanks.
Waiting just off nose.
Yeah.
It was like I was sure that.
A little too tight together, makes the double a little easier.
Jam, eh?
It was good. I liked it.
No?
Okay. We're a little tight.
Yeah. 51 I have.
I had 47. Yeah.
So that's
Heel.
Yep.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Roll it.
Very nice. Double
Removes
heel.
the 2 guards, rolls her shooter over. Leaves it as a bit of a corner guard at the 12-foot.
Great, nice call, Nancy.
Yeah, those jump shots are so important. You know, if your opposition makes a small mistake, for you to take advantage of it immediately is disconcerting for the opposition. They knew they brought that in too tight and hope that you don't make the double, but in this case, Jennifer Armstrong cleaned that up very quickly and very nicely.
So Patty looking to replace the center guard.
68, 68. 3, 2, 2.5. 2.5 to 3.
Okay.
2.5 to 3.
Yes,
2.
Jen.
2. It's coming down.
Gotta get to center. Come on. Hard. Hard, Anita. Keep it going, or we're not gonna get there. Hard, guys. Hard. Yeah, a little more. Go, Sharon. Go, 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 go. Okay.
Okay, I have half of it.
Needed just a little bit more curl to cover that stone at the back 4-foot. Does protect about half of it, but
Let's make this, though.
Let's make it.
as we've seen all week long, half is more than enough with the finish
on this ice. Yep.
You really don't even have to come that tight by the guard.
Close. Go quiet. Hard. Hard, hard, hard. Yes. You got it. Got it. Go hard, hard.
Getting pretty tight to that guard.
Sit, 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 sit.
Clips the guard,
Okay, spin.
but comes over, makes contact with the corner guard, and pushes it in where it
pretty
looks like
fortunate.
it stayed for a bite of the 12-foot.
Guys.
Cher's going like, what else? You know,
Weight was good.
looks like we were going to get a break on that shot. Instead, Sherry doesn't want to risk throwing a guard. She has to take care of second shot here.
Yeah. Good weight? Yeah. Weight was good.
Sherry's going, gee, she just would have made the shot she called. It would have worked out better for Sherry.
I mean, I like it.
10. Hard. 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 Hard for a piece, guys. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard. You got it. Okay. All right. Just
Got it started?
yeah. Soft.
Patty Hirschhorn with the hit, but you heard them talking about maybe just a little inside, and
Weight was okay.
loses the shooter.
Sorry, Sherry.
So a chance now for Nancy Martin to go after shot stone. Are you trying to roll behind the corner here? You'd be behind the tee line.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Weight's a little big. 10-5.
Notice you didn't answer it.
No, I didn't. I was going to say, I almost think you'd be better off to just stay right there in the open.
Right to it. Keep going. You're holding it. You're good. That's good.
Really good.
That a girl.
Which is obviously what they were playing.
Nice throw, Lindsay. It's hair. Great shots.
You know the rolls behind the tee line. You know that's just gives Anderson the team to follow it down and make the force, or maybe even steal.
Love wide open ends.
What's that?
Love wide open ends.
Yeah. I want to roll in.
Yeah, a lot of stress. I could play like this the rest of the time. Yeah, me too.
Take it off. Yeah. Do you want to ever try?
Just nice 10. Yep.
I think we can go, Brenda.
Sherry Anderson kind of faced with the same decision here. If you roll behind the corner, you know that Nancy Martin's going to try to freeze on top of it. Of course, she freezes, you freeze, you could still get the force.
Go.
Don't think she wanted to roll that far for sure. That gives Nancy the chance to play the draw, try to get around the corner guard in front of the tee line, and that's a totally different situation.
Yeah, it sure is. Stress-free.
Same as last time for her. Yeah.
Okay. A little quiet.
Nancy, you know the spot.
10-8-7.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be the same as what you gave us here for speed-wise. Can you give us
Kind of a different situation here for the Martin team as they play in the fourth end. In their first two games, somebody was always up by at least 6 by this point in time. They might be getting tense.
Well, this is only Martin's third game.
Yeah,
And you're right. First game, she was down 7-0 after 3 ends, and second game she was up 6-0 after 2 ends, 2 or 3.
3. She scored 1, then 2, then 3.
Yeah.
And it looked like she was going to score again until Robin Silvernagel made that amazing draw through that skinny court and just found a little piece of the button to make it 6-1.
Right.
Let it sit. Let it sit. Good call.
Had to suck in by that one.
Good. Poking out the other side. 14-5.
Comes to rest back tee and actually may have poked out into the open.
Maybe all in the open.
Came down. I think with us not touching it, we needed that.
Gives Sherry an opportunity here. The force is still alive here with a little roll underneath.
I should have thought 2 ends ago, right when you saw that.
No, I was trying to remember where we were.
Honestly,
guys, you won't be too cute, but I would like to
stick around.
to stick around,
For
get
sure.
to the nose.
Yeah.
Get her by the guard.
Yes, Sherry said, sticking around. I mean, for sure you want to make them shoot that last rock for the blank, because as we've seen, every once in a while they get nosed for the single.
But you don't want to flirt with that guard on the way by either, so.
Nope.
She's not dealing with a lot of real estate here.
9-7. Whoa! Brenda!
9-5.
A lot of room by the guard. She will make contact, but not thick enough to stick around. Her shooter rolls out of play. So Nancy Martin will have the opportunity to simply throw this one through, blank the fourth, and keep that last rock advantage along with the 2-point lead into the fifth.
When I realized it was last, we were already sweeping, so I figured, well, it makes no sense.
And it's a freebie with a bonus in the sense that if you're not sure about the particular spot on the ice, like the line, it's a chance to get a free throw to check out line and weight.
Well, I don't know if it's their. We haven't had a lot of chance to see them. Of course, don't see them throughout the season. Don't know what their preferences are, but I have noticed that a lot of their hits they play from the outside in. So when she's got a chance to throw a free one here, throwing it from the inside out to get a read on what it does in case she has to play it later. It's a blank end here in the fourth, our first blank end of this A final. Nancy Martin with a 3-1 leg up on Sherry Anderson in last rock as we go into the fifth, looking for that first spot into the playoffs, into the AB game.
Playing with the toys. The team was going to play the brown team. Dance with my feet, not like running with my... Found this other person and it was like, painting is my thing and I like getting messy a lot.
Sharing quality time with kids is important. It's why Boston Pizza Foundation Future Prospects helps kids in communities across Canada have time with positive role models. Because every kid deserves a bright future.
Once again for the tight center guard, and a little bit of a late sweep from Sherry Anderson to make sure it's biting the center line.
I was just worried about that trophy. I hope they didn't forget it out in that wheat field.
Is it because you're worried about the trophy in general, or you're worried about some farmer hitting it with the combine?
No, I was worried about the trophy.
Okay, line's good.
How to do a lot of damage to a combine.
Probably.
Keep going. Okay, straight now. Strike it. Good. Nice. Perfect shot.
That a girl, Kristen.
Nancy Martin with a 2-point lead and last rock as we begin play here in the fifth end. Wants nothing to do with the center guard. Throws one into the rings.
Yeah, just keep room
Back
down.
tee. That's one of the few examples of a case where you want a rock back tee. They're thinking that if Sherry Anderson hits it, it might be a rock they can use later on. Of course, Sherry Anderson more interested in trying to get something set up in center right now.
Yeah, and here's that shot that I said was a hard one, just over the hog line. They wanted a long center guard here.
Yeah, well, it's going to overkill. Really good.
She's done it twice now.
Perfect.
Nicely done by Anita.
I think I could throw some. Yep, yeah. Yeah, that was 15. Same weight.
Perfect.
I'm not really thrown here yet.
Nice
Best
pass,
that room. Yeah.
I had a 34 on that one. What was my best one?
Well, again, that no-tick rule. Before, lots of times you would come around that tight center guard, and if you nudged off and rolled into the rings, that was your standard shot. If you got around, great, but actually you're just kind of trying to tick it off and roll to the rings and accomplish all sorts of things. But as a result, now we have you have to play that first one off to the side.
Yeah, because you tight ice it trying to come around it in the past rules, and now you don't dare. But if you take 6 inches too much ice and you come and sit just open, you actually leave a rock that helps your opposition.
Did you get that?
Well, speaking of rocks that help your opposition, sliding to the back 12 certainly doesn't help the Martin team.
35 to 40? I was thinking of 35, but those are good, yeah. You got it.
Sherry Anderson now asking Brenda Gertzen to come around the two nicely placed center guards, and even if she gets half around from this side, top 8, there's 2 yellows sitting back there that could be jammed on one way or the other.
No, I don't think so.
5, 6.
Yeah.
Room 5, 4, 5.
It's going. It just felt similar to my first, so I just like don't know.
The Martin team having played into the back 8 foot on the first stone on the corner, you got to think that from this overhead view, the peels are going to come from the right-hand side.
Yep. I think they left that side open on purpose.
Is it mine? Nope.
Drive the red stone into the opening and just roll your shooter to the side. If it only rolls to a corner guard, that's not bad either. These guards too far apart to really go after the double peel. Might get it anyway. Nope, she's going to drive it by the second one.
Really good sweep.
Good. Back 4, back button. Back 4.
So looking at replacing that long one.
Back button. Touching the button. Yeah. You know, it's a long way to walk up back.
Yeah. Get you. Always love that.
60.
Mine's really good.
57 is what I got.
While they try to position this guard in that other B event game.
No, it's all here, guys.
Brooklyn Stevenson with the last stone here appears to be facing, is it just one?
I thought I saw a lot of yellows, but upon further looking, I think it was just one.
Needed a piece of the 4 foot. Slides to the back 8, so now it's going to be really close. Okay, Kennedy, I think, indicating it's the yellow at the top. Not going to ask for a measure, so I think it is a steal of 1 there for Skylar Ackerman, and that will give her a 3-2 lead.
Whoa! Whoa! Curl.
Guards a little closer together this time.
Hard. Okay. Sorry, just full on the release. All good. Good.
Might have been close enough together to make an attempt at the double peel, and maybe in trying to throw that little bit more weight, that's where she was, you heard her say, full on the release.
Cool that it worked. Love the slide, just too much. Oh, okay. I was like, don't make Kristen pound this one too.
Mine's good. Whoa. Looks like it's a 2-3. It's going to be Brenda.
Yep,
Mine's getting good. Somebody stay close. Are we to this?
No, not quite.
Right
Brenda's
on the nose then.
Brenda.
Yes.
It's not to
No,
it.
No, okay, then off.
Well, maybe it is.
No. Okay.
3/4?
Just a bit of an overthrow on that guard attempt, so now they're very close together.
3/4? Yeah, Even use your screw. You got it. Megan.
The only perhaps saving grace, if you want to call it that way, for the Anderson team is the easiest way to make the double peel here is to hit it right on the nose, and that means your shooter stays.
Hard for the double peel. Hard. Hard to get those.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
That works. Yeah.
Just a slight bit across the nose, gets your shooter off the center line anyway.
It works. Good. Sorry, guys. More than one way to skin a cat.
You're leaving a half rock double if you hit that. What do you like? Okay. It's either a guard, hit, or go there.
Plenty of options.
Either or. I like the draw or the guard. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm completely fine with that. So you need to
That's
be
okay.
full.
Just bite forward, top four way.
Yeah. Is it really fast here too? It's just as fast. So can I give
probably
you this? Like a 45. That's 50? No, 50, 45 to 50 I think is good. Yeah. Yeah.
46, 47.
I had a 50. 5! Clean it, Brenda, though.
Line's good.
5! Hard line!
Line's good.
5, 6!
No.
Easy, Brenda. Easy
No. Just here. We can't be deeper than
Doesn't want to slide
No.
deep here and perhaps leave a double.
Sits just in time.
Yeah, Anita called it right away. She knew it was coming in close to that tee line.
Easy rotation. Was it okay? I'm sorry, I wasn't watching that bumper. Maybe a little bit. I didn't notice it being slow.
I like coming after it.
I never noticed.
Yeah.
You can't get this.
It's not
That's okay.
too hard though, like they are.
I like that for now.
Just that.
Okay.
Just that bumper.
Bump. Yep. I like it. All right, Lindsay, you got it.
So where are they rolling now with this one?
Well, the indication was about a rock's width towards the red that was just thrown, and to me, that's just leaving a pocket.
That's
So
what I was thinking.
10-5. Whoa. 10-5. Whoa. No. Little big. Little big. Curl.
Go to curl it. Go.
and if you ever roll that little bit too far,
Good throw, Lindsay.
Yeah. Good throw. You know, being too cute. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. Now the position is shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, this
You got that. Yeah.
curled up a bit. And
now Sherry Anderson has a chance to make a play on the yellow and doesn't really have to hit it. She's got to get another rock in there somehow with those three yellows piling up at the back. But
And as she said, she doesn't need to be too cute. You're right. She could freeze to it, but there's always the chance of over-rolling or whatever you want to sit to. Nose does the exact same thing. There's no double.
that's the key. They couldn't play this hit earlier. They might leave a double, and now all they're doing if they make the hit right on the nose is splitting the house.
An open house for you again a little bit.
Nancy Martin had considered the corner freeze on her last attempt. I don't think it matters where Sherry Anderson ends up here. Nancy Martin's going to try to corner freeze on that stone behind cover with her first.
Anita.
she's saying, Anita, watch now.
Yeah, Anita. Hard, Anita.
10. Nice 10.
Clean.
Sherry Anderson with the hit stays right there. She is sitting two.
Could just do this.
Yeah.
Because the problem with this is if I'm ever deep, she freezes.
10
I don't
to
mind
8.
just scoring her
Really
one
nice.
here, right?
That's
Making
right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for with that bump.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice spot here.
I like making sure we have a shot for one.
Yep.
Yeah,
I like it.
I could have swept that one in.
Roll my way. Or
Yeah. We need to roll.
I'm a little surprised Nancy's playing this, and you heard the discussion before she came down to the end. She said she wanted to make sure she could score. I'm not seeing how she's not going to have a chance to score.
Either
and
way,
she's got
yeah.
no chance to score two playing this unless Sherry falls coming out of the hacks.
10-5.
Yeah, the 4-foot was always going to be open for her to get her one.
Yeah!
And if you make the other one, you've got a chance to score 2. You've got no way to score 2 like this.
Hard for a piece.
Boy, now your shot to score is about to get harder because Sherry Anderson's going to put this one in the top 8 foot on the center line, and you got a tougher draw.
Well, that's going into there.
That was something new, Nancy. That was something
You can be
new.
higher, I guess.
Is she through?
Don't need to say 3.
I don't want to be any more than that.
Yeah, they're definitely going top 8. They're just looking at where exactly.
And discussing they don't need to be, they could be short, because really what they're trying to do is block the draw path.
Okay, you got it. It's really nice. 45.
You don't ever want to slide deep enough that Nancy Martin has a rock she can hit.
You're right. The tolerance, as they say, is to be short. They would like to be sitting 3, but it's...
Okay, I don't want to be any more than third shot, which is like
Got her.
a good chunk of
Got it.
8.
Yep.
But I would like to do
But you don't want to go a foot deeper than that and leave her the open hit.
Got it.
I just want to put something in her
Yeah.
visual.
Well, maybe a little bit more than that.
And it's nice here.
Yes, it's really nice there.
Okay, I can do it. You can do it. Seemed pretty
All
light,
you.
but
Got a 30.
where, guys?
5.
No.
4. 4 is good. 5. Easy, Brenda. Off.
Well, they're in the
Five is
part
deep.
where it's going to
Coming in.
slide.
Yeah.
Half 8 foot, guys. Half in the 8.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no.
No.
No. No. Whoa.
No.
It's got lots.
Stop.
Oh, I think that's...
Stop. Good judge.
Oh my God.
No, it's not bad.
I think it stopped in time. I
Yeah.
think what Sherry's thinking is,
Okay.
I think she might have felt that if she slid deep enough that Nancy Martin could hit that one and give up 1, she might have conceded 1. It does look like it stopped in time, that a nose hit would still be a steal of 2.
But
And she's got Nancy Martin hitting third shot, trying to roll in.
To roll in. Interesting that Nancy isn't drawing for a single.
15-2-8, I thought. They didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Your weight is good.
Yeah, you got it, Nancy. Weight's good. 10-5.
So final stone here for Nancy Martin.
Weight's good. Whoa, little big.
Facing 3, hitting third shot. She's going to need to make a roll towards the middle to score. Sweeping for some curl now. If she stays on the nose, it's 2. And that's what happens. She hits it right on the nose. Sherry Anderson comes in just far enough with her final stone. Sets up the steal of 2, and we're all tied up after 5 ends of play. We're going into the 5th end break, and it'll be Nancy Martin with last rock once again in the 6th.
Saskatchewan Championship Curling is brought to you by Viterra, SaskTel, Saskatoon Auto Connection, Singler Real Estate, Coldwell Banker Signature, Boston Pizza Restaurants of Saskatchewan, SaskTel Max TV, Girl Sask, and Real Cast Media.
Curl Sask is proud to announce Friday, January 27th as the Affinity Credit Union Curling Day in Saskatchewan. We reached out to Saskatchewan for help with creating a new t-shirt design for this special day. We received over 20 submissions from people all over the province. But there could only be one winner. Congratulations to Amy Fredette from the Estevan Curling Club. Curl Sask is so excited to use this design for our Provincial Day of Curling on January 27th.
We know farming isn't an 8-to-5 business. That's why we want to give you the tools to do business anywhere, anytime. With My Viterra, you have a powerful tool at your fingertips to stay connected no matter where you are. Create online contracts, receive customized alerts, view your account information, and access grain prices in real time. Talk to your rep today and find out more about how you can harness the power of My Viterra, keeping you connected in real time. This is My Viterra.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel, because we're everywhere, keeping you connected to your family and friends, to your history and culture, to those traditions that make us who we are. SaskTel cares, always has, always will, because we're dedicated to our home.
Today, online bullying is more common than ever, but there is help. SaskTel wants to solve this problem. It's why they created Be Kind Online. If you're a victim of online bullying or know someone who is, or even if you just want to stop it from happening to anyone, this is a place to learn what you can do. You can find lots of tools and tips to help you stand up to cyberbullying. Be Kind Online is a place to learn how to stay safe as well, to learn best practices and plans to stop cyberbullying before it even has a chance.
And he's always playing with the toys. The team was gonna play the brown team. Dance with my feet, not like running with my... Found this other person and it was like, painting is my thing and I like getting messy a lot.
Sharing quality time with kids is important. It's why Boston Pizza Foundation Future Prospects helps kids in communities across Canada have time with positive role models. Because every kid deserves a bright future.
Hi, this is Dustin Keltoff with Saskatoon Auto Connection. When I'm not working hard on my curling delivery, I'm working hard on making Auto Connection the best auto service center possible. I started our service center in 2018 because it's hard to find an auto service shop you can trust. At Auto Connection, our core values are honesty, integrity, and transparency. We're happy to text you photos or videos of your car's problems to help you make better, more educated decisions. Saskatoon Auto Connection, the mechanics you can trust.
Saskatchewan Championship Curling is brought to you by Viterra, proud sponsor of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
A final action here from Estevan, and the story of this game has been a couple of big swings and steals of two. Sherry Anderson in the second end, if she just gets by the guard, could have scored as many as three. Ends up giving up a steal of two in there for Nancy Martin, looking to hit and roll in, facing three, makes the nose hit, and gets a steal of two on the board the other way. We're all tied up as we begin play here in the sixth.
Nice wave.
Center guard thrown up by the Anderson team this time. Doesn't manage to touch that center line.
Running a bit. Running.
Running a bit.
Yeah, you try to get to the
Curl
line.
if you can.
Close.
Tried.
Yeah.
Well, it was a really good time for the fifth end break because the Estevan committee here had a t-shirt toss. Today is Curling Day in Saskatchewan, and there's an official t-shirt now with a logo design by the Heidi Fredette, from Estevan here. This was the Curl Sask competition this year to celebrate Curling Day in Saskatchewan, which is officially proclaimed by our government as a an official day to celebrate our provincial sport. Congratulations to Heidi Fredette for designing this really cool logo that's on these t-shirts, and they were tossing them into the crowds, and it's very well received. But congratulations to Heidi, because Affinity Credit Union sponsors Curling Day in Saskatchewan, and the Estevan Curling Club gets a $1,500 grant from Affinity for Heidi's design. So well done all the way around for everybody in this province celebrating our provincial sport, all the way down to way to go, Heidi, for helping your club out.
Let it work. Let it work. Let it work.
Although I have to admit, I was a little disappointed. I heard them doing the t-shirt giveaway, and when they shouted out who wants a t-shirt, my first thought was, they've got a t-shirt cannon? And they just threw them. This might be a little bit of a small building for an actual t-shirt cannon.
Did you think you were bouncing off the rafters?
Somebody might have got hurt.
Yeah. Well, we do wish to thank Curl Sask because we all received our t-shirts. We didn't have to catch them. They handed them out to us. So thanks to the folks at Curl Sask for
no cannon involved.
Official t-shirt.
Great sweep, Jen.
Thanks. Good.
Well, interesting start here to this sixth end of play. We've got two guards and two stones in the rings, each behind their own guard. Now Brenda Gertzen looking to play some gentle weight, see if she can't get at the one that's buried. While she does that, the C event game that's out here this afternoon. Winner moves on. Loser will be the first team eliminated. Jessica Mitchell with last stone in the fifth end, looking to come down, nudge a Yellowstone. I think she's got shot rock. I don't know that her shooter got in far enough to get the second point.
That was a pretty delicate shot. There was all sorts of ways that could have gone wrong for her, and not a lot of room to work with. See what they put up for the score.
I think it was just the single, so we'll assume it's 4-3 there for the Kleider team. Kleider will take last rock.
Weight's nice. Weight's nice. Kristen.
While that was happening on the feature sheet, Brenda Gertzen not able to get by the guard. Fortunate not to remove it from play because that was just the fifth rock. This is the sixth, so they can peel now.
Is that weight good? It's weight 10-5.
Just to there, Brenda. Just a 10.
Okay, just nice 10.
Nice throw.
Nice press. Easy press.
Yeah.
It was okay?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was really... At a time?
10-5. Okay.
Shadow.
Throwing 10s for...
10 up!
Oh, yeah.
It's like live,
10 up!
you know?
Yeah.
Like I liked that 10-5
Curl
for
then.
that.
Curl. Hard curl. 10-1. It was okay.
Brenda Gertzen with the hit, but the shooter's going to roll out of the rings.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. For that.
She kind of double
I just threw it, so same line.
weight.
Same weight. I was trying to make that big roll.
Okay.
What is good?
Yeah. Yeah.
Same weight. Whoa, curl.
Just the one stone in the rings now, but a couple of corners of Jennifer Armstrong looking to make the hit and roll across.
Okay. Just a little down.
Just not able to hold the line.
Just a little less.
Makes the hit, stays in the 12-foot center line area.
Doesn't matter.
Sherry Anderson would be happy to stay right there. This is going to be a battle now for the two teams. Sherry Anderson trying to keep the play away from the corners, and Nancy Martin will keep trying to roll in behind those corners belonging to her own team.
Yep. Go, Brenda. Go. Yes. Yes. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Called that early out of her hand.
Okay. Quiet, hey.
Well, gets a piece, but will roll the shooter out of play as well, and now a chance for Nancy Martin to just play straight draw around those corners.
Yeah, I think that 15 is good.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah,
Not
you got
a
it.
lot. Just a little bit. Just your last motion was just a touch in.
Okay, I'll just be more direct.
Easy, Kristen.
Top 4.
Yeah. Lots of
Wait,
top
close.
4. Top 4.
There it goes.
T line.
Curling now.
Top 4.
Oh, come off with the
Curling a lot now.
Back 8. Sliding. Can you curl it? Curve it. Curve it.
You
Yep.
need to
Yep.
curl at the end.
Hard, Jen.
Curl, 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 curl.
Oh, there it goes.
Right over.
Whoa.
6.
Okay. That's good. Good shot. 14 seconds. Okay.
Had a lot of room by the guard. I think it's buried where it ended up, but it is also behind the tee line.
Well, I'm still thinking you're...
Still, even if the Anderson team able to make a freeze to that, Nancy Martin happy to be playing this entire end over in the corner now.
Yeah, she sure is.
Come off a little harder with the curl there, but it didn't.
Got it. Got a 30.
Maybe it's like low 15.
8.
Clean it, Brenda. Clean it. Just clean it.
Oh, 8 you said?
8.
Okay, close.
It's coming down.
Good speed.
Still 8, 8, 9.
Whoa, whoa. I got 14-1.
9.
But I could be off. Good.
Patty Herzecorn bringing that stone right down, sits on the face, nudges it a little bit.
And as you said, they're happy to be playing down here, the Martin team, especially with that one being where it is. You can just come right on top, be shot.
Left. Just top 4. Gotta go. Lots of room. Take a look.
You gotta curl it.
Lots of room.
Curl, 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 curl. Nice. Top 4.
Lots of room by the guard.
What am I doing? How's line?
Gotta curl.
How's
Still
line?
gotta curl.
You're good.
You weren't giving us much.
I know. It's good.
Well, we heard
Thanks,
curl,
Lindsay.
right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Good touch.
Locks it right down on the corner, and
I'm like, how's line, girl?
Like,
I have all of it,
So
guys.
much
saying
room.
curl.
They're like, which is it? What's it? I'm like,
There.
good speed.
well, if Sherry could see all of it, she might be able to squeeze the 2 yellows out, leave the red. Red's not going anywhere.
Yeah, as long as she can see what she needs to hit, and I'm not sure she can.
But if you hit it much on the center line, the yellow's not go. The top yellow's not going anywhere either.
Looks like they're going to play the freeze as well.
I don't think I had that much. I think, yeah, well, you probably hit about here, but I think I need...
It's really inside.
I think I need about... Well, I can't remember exactly where you were, but I think I need more.
You weren't on the broom, whatever it was.
So what if she...
But again, interesting, 2 different throws, but now this rock is getting moved a little closer to the center line.
And they have to stay on the high side of that.
Exactly, so they're moving that broom out just that little bit. But again, that's really good experience. Like, that's astute ice reading and knowing your throws.
Quite a bit of time difference
Patty, I think
between
tighten
the
it up
two
and
teams.
We'll throw a little tap just to unlock things a bit.
So back 8, are you thinking?
Yeah, just heavy draw.
Okay.
Just sort of. I mean, it's hard to unlock too much, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You know, Sherry took a look from the other end before she left to see how much she could see, if she could squeeze that out. She freezes on the corner here. That same opportunity might be there for Nancy Martin to squeeze
32.
a couple of reds and leave the yellow in between. Maybe sit 2, so she's got to lock this on really well.
Look up, Brenda.
Little pirouette there.
Yeah, a little dancing.
Well, just under through for what she iced. She was looking for, back 8-foot weight, and there's the difference of, Kim, you had talked earlier in the game how important it is to match your weight to the broom, and Sherry was probably about 6 feet light. They swept that the whole way and over curls.
Good to you?
I think so. You like it?
Me too.
So just splitting the house here.
Yep.
Same speed as been.
Yeah. That low 15s you threw here.
38.
Same spot.
Yeah.
T-line or better, maybe?
Okay.
We should have just stayed straight all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did say 7, so they were thinking
What did you have on this one?
32.
Oh, and I had 40.
Oh.
Line's great. Just T-line. T-line.
Brusher's picking this one up right away.
Take a look. Curling now. Roll. T. It's really curling. Always straight. Always straight.
Needs a good piece of the 8-foot to make sure she's got second shot. As this starts to come off the center line, it's really going to bust.
Good. That'll get it. Good 15.
Does catch 3/4 of the 8-foot. Is that enough?
I don't know.
You're good.
Miss. Well,
Looks like I think you're good.
I would have put my money on red for being second right now from that angle.
I think it's us. I think she was a hair tight.
Close for second.
Yeah. It looks like she was close to the center line.
Yeah, because I was worried about taking enough ice there, but I liked that room.
Yeah.
I think it's us though.
I think you have to hit it, hey?
I think so.
Is that Patty that said, I think it's us?
No, I think it's Patty
Thought it
that
was
said,
the
I
other
think you
team.
have to hit it.
Yeah.
I mean, corner it.
I'm not sure you do have to hit it. You could play the corner freeze on the yellow shot rock no matter what, and that stone of your own at the top 12-foot actually protects you a little bit if you could make it.
If you're not sure, then I say we hit it.
But it is kind of an all-or-nothing shot.
Sounds like they're not sure, so.
Well, yeah, I want to roll in and be shot.
If you have it again, you want to just take edge of 4? Or even into it?
Sorry, it's really close.
It is, yeah.
I don't know if
You want to throw it again. Take edge of 4.
can't really take the risk. Or just
So,
your shot.
yes.
Roll into her shot.
Yeah,
guys.
okay.
Make your
Hit, yeah.
make your hit.
Okay.
Just a hair of a roll.
Okay.
Whoa.
10.
Yes, please. Anita, hard. Anita, hard.
Calling it on early for the sweep and the curl.
Yep, stay on it. Yep. Yep.
Rod is line.
All right.
Makes the hit, but stays pretty much right there. Nancy Martin already sitting 1. Will have the chance to draw for 2. Needs full 8-foot.
All right.
Oh.
I like button path. We don't need to run out of rings here.
No, I like this. Yeah.
Same weight.
Same weight. Yep. Did Lindsay get that hog to hog? I don't know.
Did you get that hog to hog on this one?
15-3.
Okay.
It's like a foot more than.
Yeah, I like that. You got it.
Nope.
My first glance was red, but then when
Nope.
I looked over top again, it was
Somebody's peeking in.
Coming from the outside in instead of the inside out, it'll mean they have to manage this stone a little bit differently on the way down.
Line's good.
Yeah, they sure will.
Maybe heavy.
Back 4.
You're
We
heavy.
need full
Back
weight.
8. Back 8. Back 8.
You gotta let it grab.
They're saying
It's
maybe heavy. If it catches the curl, they should be fine.
If they're thinking it's heavy early, they just need to wait until it moves.
Back 4. Back 4. Yeah.
14-7.
We're okay.
14-7. Line's perfect. It's moving a lot. That looks good, girls.
Good.
Good judge.
That a girl.
2 yellow. Yeah.
Brings it in to nibble the top of the button. Nancy Martin will pick up her 2 points here in the 6th end. She restores the 2-point lead. It's 5-3 for Martin and Sherry Anderson with last rock in the 7th.
That a girl. Yeah. Good comeback.
We know farming isn't an 8-to-5 business. That's why we want to give you the tools to do business anywhere, anytime. With My Viterra, you have a powerful tool at your fingertips to stay connected no matter where you are. Create online contracts, receive customized alerts, view your account information, and access grain prices in real time. Talk to your rep today and find out more about how you can harness the power of My Viterra, keeping you connected in real time. This is My Viterra.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere, keeping you connected to your family and friends, to your history and culture, to those traditions that make us who we are. SaskTel cares, always has, always will, because we're dedicated to our home.
January at Boston Pizza, every day is Pasta Tuesday. That means BP's famous pastas start at just $10.99 every single day. Create your own or go gourmet for just a few bucks more. Come on in for Pasta Tuesday pricing any day. Only this January at Boston Pizza.
Just as we come back from the break, we're going to take a quick look over at the other B event matchup. Brooklyn Lemon, or Brooklyn Stevenson. I've called her by her maiden name a couple of times now. I think looking at the angle run, the short leg run, she's corner frozen. If she can stick it, it would be for 5. A little bit on the outside. She'll lose the shooter, but I think that's 4. Put 4 points on the board for Stevenson. And that flips the script on that sheet. It was a 4-2 lead for Ackerman just a moment ago. Now it's 6-4 for Stevenson. You can see the clocks up in the corner, and we were joking about it a bit during the break. Anderson's team in seniors used to playing only 8-end games, so they're looking at that clock thinking, oh, 15 minutes, 3 ends to play, we're good. But no, you got 5. Well, now 4, but...
And when you say we, that was you. That was making fun of the...
Well, I was giving you credit for... I was willing to share the credit for the witticism.
I like that kick with the normal pass.
It was 14-8, perfect time.
Okay. Good information.
Okay, we'll adjust the others.
But with 15 minutes, needing to play a little bit of offense and 4 ends left to play,
yeah, and you
can't
usually
really
try to
dawdle.
Right, and you try to think about 4 minutes an end.
Okay, 2.5.
Tight.
You can go.
Yeah, gotta go, Lindsay. Gotta go
Go to keep it out there.
Keep it out. You got it. Just 2.
Yes. Yes, line's good.
So, Kim, do you think Sherry is one of these skips that would prefer to play on the score on the 8th end? Like, will she go hard for a blank in the 7th, do you think? Or she take her points when she can get them?
That's a good question. I do know that she's very aware of the even ends and especially the 8th end. But when it's setting up like this, I'm not sure how much control you have over that. She'll certainly take her points when she can get them.
Lots of room there right now.
I guess the other deciding factor of that is what's the gap that matters. Like when you're 2 points down, can you really afford to worry about that? 1 point down, certainly. You'd see a lot of teams that would try to manipulate a little bit more, but you don't count on 3s. Even with Last Rock, you're always hoping to get 2. You're never really thinking about 3 until you have to.
Okay.
Okay. Lots of rotation, hey? Mom, lots of rotation.
And when that 2 will only give you the tie game, you're right, Kim. You maybe just have to take it when you can get it.
You got it, Jen.
They were looking to come around the center guard there and actually left enough room that Jennifer Armstrong might be able to roll underneath.
There's lots of room for that.
Well, and it's kind of the same for the Martin team in the sense that, hey, 7th end, wouldn't this be terrific if we could force Anderson to the single point? But all of a sudden, if an end turns around for you and you've got a great steal position,
Good throw.
probably wouldn't turn down that opportunity to get the extra point there on a steal. So it's, you know, you've always got your game plan, but boy, you have to be prepared to pivot once in a while too if there's an opportunity.
I never
didn't
thought
play
it
it bounce that hard.
No. Thought it was perfect out of your hand.
Yeah, I think she caught that wrong.
Yeah, I agree. We'll just go with that. Yeah.
I mean, she really clocked Patty.
Patty, hard for a piece. Hard for a piece.
Looking for some curl. That might indicate it was just a bit outside.
I was going to say, judging by Sherry's voice, it sounds like it was a little outside.
Where's Bob Euchre when you need him?
Well, you know, we were laughing when this team won their 5th Canadian seniors earlier this year. They had Brent Lang doing the commentary, and he was very good and very entertaining, and that was one of his lines. I think she was a little wide there.
A chance now for Jennifer Armstrong to try to pull something in around that center guard in front of the tee line. And
Almost through.
Susan, you were just talking about it. This could set up the steal opportunity here in 7. Certainly at the very least. Sherry Anderson's going to have a lot of work to do, but looks like this one's going to be deep again.
Okay, Jen. Okay, all right. That's fine.
Comes onto her own, nudges it back. That was quite strong.
I like just tapping it back to here.
Are you liking my kick and then I'm just
Yeah, it's exactly what I was going to say. I loved your kick.
I just feel like I'm coming out slow, so I feel like I'm have to.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Sure.
But, yeah. 13-6, but yeah, I think it was just the ad. Okay. Love the kick.
25 for back line.
Yeah. Good capitalizing, Jen.
Yeah, 20 maybe. A little bit of an ad. I got zeros.
Hack. Okay, close.
A little more weight than what they were looking for.
Hack. Whoa. Hack. Close. Close. Yep. Hard.
Getting some late curl here now. Can they flop underneath cover?
That's good.
Still made a nice wall at the back, though.
It did. She had rolled a little bit past the guard, but I don't think it's completely exposed.
Yep.
And of course, you got to be a little bit careful if you're trying to pass it through the rings. There's jam possibilities if you're only hitting 3/4 even. I think you're jamming.
All right, so hack. You play hack at it.
Okay, 12-5.
That's quite a wall back there.
I like that. Just like easy hack.
Just get out to the broom here, so.
Yeah, you got it. Nice throw.
It's pretty straight here too, so we can hold it.
Right. Okay, just a good true throw.
Yeah.
Hack.
Let it work. Little big. Yep.
Curl.
Yep.
Curl.
Once they're by the guard, try to get as much finish as they can, see if they can't roll underneath.
Atta girl. Good shot.
Boy, we're not far away from jamming it.
Yeah.
I think she was a little firmer than Hack than what the shot was called for, and it just came up enough. Hack would have cleared it through easily, but
Nice throw.
A shade big, hey?
A shade.
Like it because we have the chance to like evaluate, change the sweeper.
I agree. Yeah.
Bumper.
Yep.
Is it bumper up?
No, I think. Yep. Hard. Hard.
oh no.
She's laughing.
Yeah.
And look at
it's just a great
actually
shot.
went pretty good.
I don't know.
She gets up, she takes a bow.
Yeah.
You can replay it if you want to see it.
Oh, we're going to replay it.
Do we just go as thin as we can and let it jam?
Really good.
Or no?
Oh, look where it rolled to.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you knew you could make it that good, you might have called
We're
that.
going to lose a couple of ours, but that's okay, right?
If you nose it, does it have to just...
I prepare for
We can nose, double. Yeah,
I just hate the nose.
Yep, like that. Yeah, I like nose, yep.
Tell you what, if you play this at
Or you
all,
like peel.
I like
Sherry Anderson's drawing on the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know what else you do. It's
You got it.
you hate to ignore it
Yeah.
with a 2-point lead. You want to hit this basically right on the nose, so at least you stay in front of it and stay for shot rock.
Right up. Whoa.
We got lots of that in here.
We got nose.
Okay, that's okay. That's fine.
Didn't stay as much in front of it as she might have liked.
Yeah, that works.
I did.
Still think Sherry's going to draw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you hit that yellow and you're going to be rolling to the outside and sets up a double.
Yeah, you probably would. You might hit that with your last one, though, if it meant an extra point.
Oh, for sure.
Like even 45 would be okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
40 right on the nose.
Just bite 4, guys. Go
Keep it
deeper.
real hard. Be sure. Keep it out there.
6.
Keep it out there. Keep it out
6,
there.
7. Line's good. It can't be 6, 7. It can't be 7. Gonna over curl here. Sit.
Do not want to come behind the tee line around the center guard in this situation. That's what Sherry's talking about. Can't be 7.
I think it actually came right out the other side,
A
too.
little deep, but it is open as well.
Like 12 and a half.
Yeah.
You got it.
Just action.
Yep. Try to get to know.
That actually might be better for Sherry Anderson that it came open if you sit right in behind cover that deep. And here's the shot everybody's been waiting to see in the replay,
Everyone.
including Brenda if she looks up.
Go to get under but let's make
Oh
sure,
dear.
right?
It's funny, she wasn't even done moving yet.
Yeah,
and
she was
already
laughing
laughing.
before she hit the ice.
You got it, Nancy. Let's make it.
Yep.
But we're so well trained, whatever you do, don't touch the rock. We've seen players sweep their teammate out of the way, like all
As they
sorts of
should.
situations.
Yes, they should.
Straight. Back line. Back line.
But Anita to get her arm over top of that rock was pretty impressive.
Curl now. Curl now. Curl, curl, curl.
Go, you got it.
Curl, curl, curl.
Go, go, go.
Curl.
Go, go, go.
Before we brought the replay up, as I was about to say, she's fortunate actually when she came that deep that she overcurls. If she stays behind cover that deep, Nancy Martin freezes on top of it. And now you're in some trouble this end by coming out into the open. At least she had to make a play on it.
They did a replay? I know. Oh, I know.
Did they do it?
Are you trying to go under?
Okay, well, I want to see it then.
Just going down and I'm like bored.
Got a request from Ice Level for another replay.
Well, they can see it on the Jumbotron here, so all the fans are
We need to
quite
run
enjoying.
the replay when it's the other team in control of the house, though,
Yeah,
so she's got
that's-
time to look.
And a flip on this.
And a flip on. Yeah, hardly ever overcurled though on those. On that side. Yeah.
Well, that, and I'm sure Patty had already ascertained the fact that Anita was okay, but she comes down the ice and you didn't touch the rock, did you? And then, oh, are you okay?
Hack up, hack up.
Strong for hack.
Curl. Whoa. Curl. Hard.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Hard.
You got it. No roll though.
Watch the roll, roll. Roll. Ah.
Sherry with the hit, a little roll to the outside. You know, I think that's an interesting spot to have rolled. Nancy
Yeah.
Martin can't really roll towards the middle. She'll
That's
jam
right.
it on her own.
And now where she is going to have to roll to is going to leave her a double.
Unless she rolls too far, in which case it's just the hit for the deuce. She doesn't have a lot of real estate there.
No.
Oh, that's what I saw was the big under to the left.
What do you guys like?
I was thinking nose and you get both reds, or a hair high is okay. Make her make a shot at them for her deuce. I see that too.
With like a
It's a possibility.
Yeah, I was thinking like 9.5, 9. Like
Yeah,
nose,
'cause
you
nose
get-
hit.
I
But if
think,
you're
like,
just
I
off
like
the
throwing
hair of the
9,
nose,
then, like,
either way,
nose,
it's
the red
bad.
goes and that red goes. And if you're a hair high,
You can just
Hair high isn't terrible.
I think with a 9
Probably a nose hit double for 2.
Well, right, but
for her.
And a hair low is a jam.
well, hair
I think I like
hair
that.
high is better than a
9.5,
hair low.
True.
Just make sure you're high side, and if your nose perfect.
Guess in a perfect world, if you get hit it on the high side and roll to where you're just full 12, that's as tough as you could make the double. Sea event action over on sheet 1. Jessica Mitchell with her final stone makes the hit, stays right there. Looks like it's 3 for sure. They're going to have to look at some rocks around the outside. Primarily the 2 sitting right there. Too close to call from our camera angle. 3 for sure there for Jessica Mitchell, so that'll be enough to take the lead. Might be 4, and all I can tell you is they've called for the measurements. Gets just across the nose, does jam it now. Did she get under cover? Not completely. She's got a piece under. but Sherry Anderson will have a chance to pick up her deuce here.
Okay, still got to make shot.
How does that look? Probably with back line.
Well, yep. Similar, no more. Try to throw hack.
So looking at throwing hack here.
Similar attempt to what she had on her last one. She can't see as much of this rock as she could on the first.
I don't want to go too.
Final stone, Sherry Anderson, 7th end, trailing by 2. A chance if she can make the hit, stay right there. She could tie this game up again. And they're on this one early. Has to get by a longer guard.
Oh, good sweeping.
Gets by, hits it right on the nose. Sherry Anderson will pick up her 2 points here in the 7th end of play. A few fist bumps for the senior champs, and maybe a couple of high fives also. We're all tied up after 7 ends. It'll be Nancy Martin with last rock once again in the 8th.
When we were first looking at these e-bikes, I read the reviews. What they talked about was an e-bike grin, and I had no idea what an e-bike grin was, but the first time I powered that bike up, I had the biggest smile on my face. It was unbelievable, because unless you own one or have driven one, you really have no idea what that feeling is like. It's hard to describe.
January at Boston Pizza, every day is Pasta Tuesday. That means BP's famous pastas start at just $10.99 every single day. Create your own or go gourmet for just a few bucks more. Come on in for Pasta Tuesday pricing any day. Only this January at Boston Pizza.
We're in. Okay, well, if we're in, no, we're not. Only a 4?
8th end underway, Sherry Anderson looking for the tight center guard. They were hoping against hope that it was going to stop, and I think that reaction suggests that it may have bit the 12-foot.
Nancy making sure, but yeah, the reaction said it all.
Well, I like the roll.
I got to tell you, after that, right there, I'm thinking, I want to play poker against Sherry Anderson, because she's got to tell.
She doesn't have a poker face, you mean?
I don't think so, no.
Can I have a touch more?
We couldn't get both.
That's okay.
What was that split? 28. I had a 39, so my times were a little bit higher than yours. I thought that one was
39 would have been quite a bit higher.
Kristen Karwacki looking for about a 95% nose hit, just a little rollover.
A 95% nose hit.
Oh, you don't want it quite the full nose.
Well, I wonder under these rules, if you want to roll off at all, you could stay on that center line like that.
Good weight.
I think I like that, guys.
Short?
Great weight. 11-7.
You can still remove your own from the center line.
Making it with that.
It would have been a little bit more difficult for Sherry Anderson.
Yeah.
She's going to ask for the higher guard here. This is really one where you have to guard the yellow.
Easy. Clean. Line's good. 41. Line's good. Where?
Curl a bit.
Where? 2. Okay. Curl it a bit if it's a 2.
Curl, Brenda. Curl hard. It's
Hard. Hard, 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 hard. Go, 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 go.
I'd like to get this to the center line as well. Not able to do that, so you got a choice now. If you're Nancy Martin, you could just come around everything or play the split.
Yep.
Because you can remove your own from the center line, and this could get you a lot of stuff here. She indicated with the shooter to probably stay out of the rings, but if you're a little thinner on the contact on the first one, you can get both of them in.
Did you say it was a 2?
And then the key there is a lot of separation on them.
Well, early on here in this 8th end, you can actually put some pressure on Sherry Anderson, force her into a difficult choice. Are you going to play hard for the steal in the 8th end, or do you try to play defense and get it back to maybe even a blank situation?
Oh, so you thought it was like maybe
straight.
Oh, okay.
Which it kind of
It is, yeah.
It's not a lot of weight. That's fine.
Touches it, but not thick enough to get the raise stone into the rings.
Bum.
You know, just takes us back to what you had said before, Sean. A bit of a, it's hard on these sweepers when they panic one way or the other. Curl straight, and then you're not sure who's supposed to sweep, and then nobody does. I've seen that a few times already.
Yeah, it's just not really constructive.
Yeah.
But again, you're in an A qualifier. You know, you're a lot of tension and anxiety out here, and it's a lot of training to learn how to modulate the voice, so to speak, and or get your terms straight for those situations.
Oh, for sure. And I'm not just referring to the Martin team. I'm referring to all of them, but it's more so the new way of sweeping, where the curl and the straight.
Because we've seen a lot of that, haven't we, in our games?
When you start getting into multiple switches, especially when they're coming very close together and there's that sense of panic in the voice, it seems like the sweepers get to the point where after about the second or third switch and the panic, they're really not sure which one of them is supposed to sweep, and in some cases neither brushes on the ice. Got another update, 7th end.
Skylar Ackerman appears to have an open draw for 2 to tie this game after giving up a big 4-ender in the last one, but the sweepers aren't looking very
backed away.
Industrious here.
It's going to go by their own stone at the back. It's a question of whether or not it'll stop in time.
Looks like Candace Chisholm got it swept out.
I did too. Yeah.
So missed opportunity there for the young Ackerman team to tie that game. 6-5 though for Brooklyn Stevenson going into the 8th.
Looks a little heavy right now. Yeah.
16 with an F.
Stay close though, guys.
She's an 8-9.
She's a 10, I know.
I was thinking that too. Song lyrics.
Trying. Coming down.
Okay. Hang in there, buddy.
Becky.
You're throwing up good.
We'll have to invite them to our karaoke party.
Huh.
Comes to rest, back corner of the button. It is behind cover.
Okay. Or do you ever peel? Sure.
Right, we have hammer.
Do you like peeling here? That doesn't matter to me. Shot.
I'm waiting for the question to come down. Do you like peeling the other direction? Rather than towards that rock
Into
that's
that
just
one.
off the back.
Yep.
Whoa. Clean.
Again, you'd have to be pretty unlucky to dead jam it, but you know what? Why let luck have an opportunity?
I just really was surprised it started.
Makes the peel, does roll the shooter out of play.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of a decision for Sherry Anderson to make.
We have right hammer here. May as well.
She did come behind the tee line, although ever so slightly. Still puts you in a good spot for at least a force.
And when you say by decision, were you thinking she could come in now?
She probably wouldn't bring a second one in just yet. I was just
Yeah.
wondering, would you put the guard a little bit more offline? She's going to guard the yellow one, try to keep making the double peel difficult. But yeah, later on in the end, it's hard to expect to steal with a rock at the back side of the tee line like that. But if you could ever freeze to it,
Yeah, it looks like we're
again, not this early.
3-4.
We're right to that.
It's a 3. It's a 3.
Right to it.
Just let her Don't line them up.
Do you want to cross it?
No.
No, if you're going to be that tight, you're hoping to corner freeze perhaps, or at least not leave it where she can.
Might be able to get all three.
Boy, she might be able to get him
Yeah.
a little
Yeah,
bit
she
over
sure
the top.
Right in here.
They maybe should have finished that a bit.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, it was one of those where they were just hoping it would stop.
Well, I think they thought it was right to the yellow as it was. It stops high enough that you can drive the red over the top of the yellow, and it might come straight back at that shot stone corner of the button. Lindsay Birch.
Right over. Moving it.
Big curl, big curl.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, straight now, straight now.
Beauty.
There it is. It goes
Great
under.
shot. Great throw, Lindsay. Good call, Nancy.
Sorry, guys.
So nothing left on the middle.
girl, way
That
to
one
go.
red guard protecting a little bit of 12-foot, but if you can get part way around it, it's still protected from the back by the yellows. Sherry Anderson doesn't want to really play over there this early in the end. She might try something over there later if she gets a chance to play for the force, but you go over there right now, and in the 8th end, Nancy Martin will follow it down and see if she can't score 2.
I got a 30.
Front of the tee line.
Okay.
He looks like lots. 7. If it's 7, you can
Whoa,
clean
whoa, whoa.
it.
It is.
You can clean it if it's 7. You can clean it.
She might be an 8. No, it's coming down.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
it's
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's okay.
Really good. Good shot.
Well, try to roll big Jen's way.
You haven't made them sweet.
I like a 9-5 here.
Sure. Okay.
One more look at the over the top, straight back. Boy, she almost hung that into the rings as well. It just gets out.
9-5.
Looking for the hit and roll over towards the corner now. She's actually possibly could roll into her own stone and be buried, but she would be behind the tee line. It's close.
Good shot.
Rolls into her own stone, buried behind the tee line.
Yeah, not sure it's buried, but
Probably
not much
buried
you can
enough
do with
with
it.
their yellows behind it on the
That's right.
corner.
Really getting flat-paced.
Yeah, like it really came
It
down
really
before
did. Yeah.
the house. Yeah.
One step at a time. Great shot, Lindsay.
Yeah, 2 big shots this end. Lindsay's had a very strong game. She's made a few really crucial shots like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cleaning it at all.
Yeah. Your nose is falling apart.
Sherry Anderson going to have to come down and try to sit on the corner of it. We did actually hear them talk about the clock a little bit between ends.
Okay.
Quite aware that they have to play a little quicker, and it looks like they've caught up on that time
Yeah.
clock a bit. We
Yeah.
were talking about the 4 minutes per end. They're going to be there.
Plus 2 timeouts. They're quite fine.
Room.
32.
Room. Running. Have a look. Brenda's right. Stay close. Gotta get off the line. Gotta curl. Where is it?
6, 7, 6.
Hard then.
6,
Hard.
7, 7.
Hard.
7.
Help her, Anita. You gotta get it at least deep enough.
wanna-
to
I don't wanna
roll,
do-
guys.
Just didn't quite have the line. Great weight.
All right. What way do you see it?
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Can we get it
Leaves a
outside
chance
in?
for Nancy Martin to perhaps try and roll over towards her own.
Tries to double. This is stopping.
Yeah.
Then she's high enough in front of the tee line that Sherry Anderson can't really freeze to the face. She'd have to try to be right on the corner, and you're playing with a pretty small piece of ice, especially when you don't have last rock.
That's right.
What's it doing here?
that one.
Is it gradual?
Yeah. I think it'll be gradual.
And then their double rolls out. And they might jam.
Yeah, true.
We saw Jen's here.
I think with bump we can be like 2/3.
Nose hit's probably not bad. I don't know that you could make the double.
No,
That-
not with the
that-
jam.
Yeah.
It jams and comes back into the rings.
Yep.
Let's just make sure of it. I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
a nice bump here.
Yeah, get it right out to it.
But
Swing it, Nancy. You got it.
yeah. You got it.
Okay. Big. 10-5.
Well then, hard line! Hard line, yes!
Thought the weight was a little big early, but that made a move.
Must have.
Whoa. This is making it worse. Whoa.
Well, considering they were looking at throwing bump and she threw 10-5. Not sure what happened there.
Well, you could see that move that it made, and it was only about 10 feet past the hog line and started curling. Now, I don't think they were expecting it to move that early. Certainly, we saw a couple of draws. One draw in this game that the Anderson team played. A draw out wide that didn't move that big. Didn't hear anything where anybody said it might have picked, but certainly made a move that they weren't expecting. Gives Sherry Anderson a chance now to split the rings, and suddenly she's looking at a chance to force here in the 8th end.
Yeah, and with that one so far over, you can put this one pretty where anywhere on the other side. Can't see the force.
Well, we talked about this a little bit earlier in another situation too. It's Sherry Anderson would love to put this, where's that borderline between where Nancy Martin would draw and where she would hit, and if you could put it right on that borderline and put both shots into her head.
Yep, come on. Go. 15, 1, 5. Yep. Gotta go.
Every skip, whether they'll admit it or not, has that point where I'm not going to try to draw to beat that, so I'm going to hit it.
That one kind of carried through a little bit better.
She puts it middle 8.
It was less ice. Yeah, it did. Good shot.
I think she's close to the border there because Nancy Martin
didn't
hitting. Put the broom down right away, but she is going to play the hit here.
Good job. Yeah. Okay.
It was good on your last one, so.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Nancy, let's make it.
Yeah.
Good on the last one?
Yep. Yeah, I loved it.
Okay. Let's score here. Let's make it.
Yep. You got it.
Big shot here for Nancy Martin after the uncharacteristic miss on her first. Was thinking about perhaps scoring 2 here. Now needs the hit and stay just to pick up the single.
Clean it.
Clean.
Bob!
Just clean.
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. Yes.
Clean. Clean
Yes.
only. Clean only. Clean only. We've got
Pressures have been cleaning all the way down.
Atta girl. Great
She
shot.
will hit it right on the nose. Nancy Martin picking up 1 here in the 8th end of play to give her a 6-5 lead. Going into the 9th, it'll be Sherry Anderson and the 5-time senior champions with Last Rock in the 9th.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
Today, online bullying is more common than ever, but there is help. SaskTel wants to solve this problem. It's why they created Be Kind Online. If you're a victim of online bullying or know someone who is, or even if you just want to stop it from happening to anyone, this is a place to learn what you can do. You can find lots of tools and tips to help you stand up to cyberbullying. Be Kind Online is a place to learn how to stay safe as well, to learn best practices and plans to stop cyberbullying before it even has a chance.
Hi, this is Dustin Keltoff with Saskatoon Auto Connection. When I'm not working hard on my curling delivery, I'm working hard on making Auto Connection the best auto service center possible. Saskatoon Auto Connection, the mechanics you can trust.
A final here from Estevan, Saskatchewan. Home this week of the Viterra Scotties, next week of the SaskTel Tankard. So really the home to Saskatchewan Championship Curling in 2023. Nancy Martin with the single in the 8th end to restore the 1-point lead anyway. She's up 6-5. Sherry Anderson with Last Rock as we begin play here in the 9th end.
Tight.
Nancy Martin probably not wanting to see a blank end here very bad.
Easy, let's go.
Asking for the tight center guard. She'd love to see a single point scored either way.
Tight.
Read it.
Don't want to.
No, it's
Yeah, you're exactly right. And this is where it's going to get interesting, especially if it stops.
Not in.
Because Nancy knows exactly how Sherry's going to play this.
Beautiful. Played volleyball
having played with her for 3 years and
Holding my breath.
knows what she likes and wants.
Trust me, I was too. Never a doubt. Good judge, yeah. Need all the support we can get.
Short. 4. Okay, yep. Yes. Come on. 5, 6. Okay, well then. Whoa.
7.
It's not good when the weight calls sound like an auction.
Well, 5-6 to
7,
possibly
8,
through.
9, watch your feet. And right through the back of the rings.
Okay.
I have no idea. Sink one? I think so. What else do we do?
Okay.
Sorry, Nita. 22. Throw another one, I guess, but.
I thought
I
it
like
was
this.
okay. You guys were saying first. I'm saying, come on, let's go.
It's like
but it's
2 feet
obviously,
more.
Well, and then it just ran. Like it didn't really curl, did it?
No.
And I was trying to listen to what Sherry was saying. Like she, yeah, I didn't hear her anything. No.
Still hear the Anderson team talking about something that we've talked about all week long. If you throw that little bit more weight and it doesn't get into that middle path where it slows down, again,
It doesn't
the girls
slow
have
down.
said us you can look foolish. That slid through the back when they were calling
right.
7, but it just really never got into the path where it would slow down.
We're there.
Top 4, top button.
Hold in. Whoa. Good.
Really nice, Kristen.
15 times.
Foot, but just a frig.
This side's not quite as quick.
Okay.
Maybe a few feet less.
You got it.
Hard line. Gotta go wait. Hard.
15 judge. That a girl. Yeah, good judge.
Hard.
4. 5. 4.
Hard. I hear ya. Gotta go. I'm great if you can get it there. Come on. Work it.
Got to get by that stone just outside of the rings. It is in the no tick zone. They do get by.
Well, that was some good sweeping for.
Now do you like to guard?
Yeah, when you
For
hear.
what were you going to say?
No, I was not going to say that. I was going to say for calling out a 4, it was good sweeping for getting it a 6.
Okay. Top 12, top 8.
Well, it was that just after Anita release, she goes, I'm light. Sherry goes, we're tight for line, so you know you're in for 25 seconds of hard sweeping.
Like it.
Top 12.
Stay close, Kristen.
Top 8.
Top 8. Roll then.
Top 12.
Roll room,
Top 8.
Lindsay.
We can wait a bit. We can wait. Top 4.
Top 4. Sliding.
Lindsay. Top 4. Perfect. Top 4. T. We're to this one.
We're bumping ours. We're behind ours.
Yep.
Give us a bounce.
Okay. What is going on there? Did we get that one?
I think just bump, Brenda.
14.
The roll is the important thing. Rattle those around.
The path's catching both teams here already in this 9th
14,
end.
8. It's okay. I think if I'm
Gives
like
Brenda
hair
Gertzen the
tighter
chance
ice,
to play
like
the double
pitches
and
it's good
roll
weight.
away from the center,
Yeah.
sit
I'm
2.
never getting anywhere near.
I think they were hoping to make the hit and roll behind before the double.
Guys, you got it.
Although
Gotta go hard.
I think
Hard.
Sherry
can
was hoping
accomplish-
she'd throw this just a little bit wider than she maybe did.
yeah. Ooh, tight.
That's all the push you got there.
It's good sweeping as well.
Okay, that's fine.
I think it would have been bumper, hey?
think so.
Just be ready.
Left the shooter in a really good spot. It is Martin at the back of the button sitting shot rock, but
It's a pretty vulnerable little
Yeah.
yellow rock there.
Getting it higher, no, nothing.
Other thing with Martin playing the run on the top one,
No, out, I think.
there's always danger of,
Yeah.
with any run attempt, that you could be yellow onto red onto yellow.
uh-huh.
You got it, Jen.
I was also going to say that suddenly the blank is coming back into play.
Yep. Yep. Whoa.
No!
Whoa.
Close!
Help! Yeah! No, Sherry! No!
Yellow red gets one now. Where's the shooter gonna, or the ray stone gonna end up? It spins,
Stilts
but stays
around.
in play in the 12, and that's important that it stayed there because that's the kind of rock that can force a score here.
Exactly.
Well, to get both those rocks off the top 4 foot was a really good result for Lindsay's shot there.
Yeah, it was tough.
Try to get that, I guess. Either that or you play it quiet and try to get in.
Really good sweep.
Give me a 10.
A 10?
10?
Yeah, 10.
It was like on the line of like, I thought it could have broke and it didn't.
Right to me.
I think that was code for don't be tight.
Get out to the broom? Is that the euphemism?
Said, slide at knee.
Yeah.
Yes!
Needs to be very thin on the first one if she's going to make the double on the one on the 12 foot.
Okay.
She's going to slide over the top of it.
Close.
Good throw.
After this back, can we throw up another guard? Yeah.
Now time for a little team meeting.
Sure.
Do a team chat.
Team meeting, but not a timeout, I don't think.
Like, I'm okay coming after the one in the back, rolling away.
The force isn't terrible, right?
The first thought is to hit and roll away.
Sherry Anderson's going to make her way down too. They're a little tighter for time, so they're going to have their conversation while
I think she's coming down and sitting on top of ours.
Martin team is discussing. That way they can do it on the other team's clock.
Yeah.
Let's do our thinking on your time.
Yeah, let's talk to Jerry.
Timeout?
Timeout. So he's like, oh, I gotta go down this end.
Discussed a few options, but they're going to have Coach Jerry Adam come out, take a look, have a chat.
If the guard's not perfect,
But I mean,
just could get in trouble.
she ever moves that back 2 feet now, she's
Or-
guarded 2 behind ours.
Or they
so
try
then
the
we're
same
saying we're
shot.
okay with her, I guess, scoring 1.
Yeah.
She scores
I think
1 if
we're
we
a
hit
strong
that
team
out.
that we can get our 1 and 10.
Yeah, I agree.
So making Jerry walk the whole way down the ramp here, like how the girls were down at Jerry's end anyway.
I don't think we knows it though.
No, we want
But he's probably a little chilly. It is cold back there.
You like that better than the guard?
I think we're behind T-line and she's coming down, plays a back 4 weight, and now she's
I
got
agree.
2 behind our guard.
Yeah,
And now we're
if
playing
we-
run
if we
backs.
guard first.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of
the
thing.
comfort
Like,
zone is more to hit.
yeah.
I agree.
So I think
That's
if you
how
roll a
I'm
little bit
feeling
to
it.
the tee there, maybe.
Just a 10 then?
Yeah.
Give you just
edge her off.
edge her off.
I think by playing that shot, she's playing full of blank now, I think.
Yeah.
Make her move 3 rocks at a play. Then, like, that's
Yeah, okay.
okay, kind of thing.
Yeah, I like it.
So I think they've decided on the hit.
I think they had pretty much decided on that anyway. They didn't seem like any of them liked the idea of the guard and let her freeze, but
Yeah.
I thought there wasn't me. I thought maybe there'd be a little bit more discussion about where do you want to roll here. You sit right there. If Sherry Anderson doesn't think she can make the blank, she could freeze the pocket. There's still a chance to get 2, or at the very least, you make Nancy Martin clean up the middle for you.
I thought I heard they plan on rolling away, though.
Yeah. Just not sure that they were clear on how far they want to roll. This is.
Yep.
I don't think you want to roll out here.
Oh, no.
Really hard. Push it.
No.
Push it. Clean now. Hard. Yep. Roll. Any roll, Jen.
Okay, that's fine.
Sit on the corner of that yellow rock on the back button.
Really nice, actually.
They're so dead even. If really, you could be on the corner of either one of them, but if you're going to be shot rock, you've got to be on the one that's the back part of the button.
Yeah, I think so.
And then it'll take Nancy Martin 2 shots to get it out, which does give you a chance to set up a deuce here. And really, it's looking awfully tough this late in the end to get back to a blank anyway. Your best bet to get back to a blank might be to make the corner freeze and hope that Nancy Martin has to kill a couple of her own stones. Really doesn't want to tap this, though. You tap it, that's the only way that Nancy Martin has a way to get it out.
Okay.
All right.
Right in the middle.
Same thing, Lens, just nose.
Okay. Mickey Mouse here, is it?
Just a foot too heavy.
What kind of weight?
10, same weight.
Okay, you got it.
Could have tried to curl that one. It tried to. Yeah, we could have maybe tried to curl it. It's pretty close, eh?
Same weight.
Clean.
out a little bit on that throw on the release, and now they've got to get it up to this center line.
Clip it out. Out. Sit.
It's getting a little bit stickier, maybe.
Well, it does take care of one Yellowstone for Sherry Anderson.
Rather that than leave a wall.
Daddy, I kind of like this.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Stick around. Just bump.
Bumper.
Just back to my old tricks on that release on the announcee's three.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bumper up! Bumper up!
Yep.
Take 5!
Hard, yeah, I hear ya. Hard! Hard, guys, quick!
Was hoping to roll towards the yellow, actually rolls back to the back of the forefoot.
So just to interpret, I think when Sherry says, I hear you, it means just put your head down and sweep.
Your bumper?
Oh, it was got that weight nailed.
Yeah. Just one.
11 and a half.
If not, it's just sort of kind of coming in a little sideways, so it curls a little bit more than anticipated.
Well, Nancy's certainly looking at spreading these out a little bit and sitting too. Certainly playing for the force here.
Would you say that would have been 10-5?
Yeah.
Oh, my first one.
Yep, you got it. So here, Lashlins.
I'm waiting for your question, Sean.
Well, I'm just looking at what Sherry Anderson's going to have for choices here. This is going to be behind the tee line. I almost think she might have to play the freeze on this one. And leave Nancy Martin the choice what she wants to do with it. And if she has to blast everything out, that might leave her the blank on the other side. The double might be there too because of the angle, but there's going to be a lot of room between these rocks.
No roll. Okay, that's good. 9-7.
Actually, by rolling back to that corner of the forefoot, any double attempt is real thin.
9-7. Yeah. She got 9-7.
She could play the same attempt, try to hit and roll towards the yellow, the same attempt that she had for Patty.
It's fine, but I think I did that with my in. I'll normally do that with my out.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about.
Oh. If she ever gets here, we set up the double.
While they talk about that, let's take a look over at the other B event game.
I would
Brooklyn Stevenson with an 8-5 lead as they play in the ninth there. Stevenson sitting 2. Skylar Ackerman needing a bite of the forefoot to pick up her single.
She's forcing it to
Looks like she's out on that really quick path out on the side.
Freeze right on the nose.
And it will slide through the 8-foot, and it'll be a steal of 2.
And how do I get there?
Brooklyn Stevenson now will have a 10-5 lead after 9 ends of play, and it's not even fist bumps there. They're going with more of the forearm bashes. Might be some illnesses going around. We've seen a few teams not shaking hands anymore. There's fist bumps, high fives. Now we've got the forearm. It's just something everybody's been a little bit more conscious of after the last 3 years.
More aware of since COVID, for sure.
She's in from where I threw. But this was your out turn. So not the super quick spot.
Right here? I think so.
So back over on our sheet, it's just like you called there, Sean. She is playing the freeze.
How's that look? I like it.
If she can lock it dead on perfect, there's still a chance she could get her deuce here. She's just a hair off nose for Nancy Martin to try to blast it out.
Which we
She's
know
probably
Nance.
got a loser, shooter, and the yellow, and that would get us back to a blank.
You need a couple.
You might need a foot more, just a foot.
Okay, we got room.
I got a 28.
Room.
5, 6.
Hard then. Needs to curl.
Brandon, do you want to? We want switch.
Needs to curl. Wait only right now. 7. It really has to curl. Hard curl. Hard.
Well, it's trying.
Hard. Hard to help her, Nita.
It's getting close.
Yeah, very good.
Nice shot, Cher.
Think it might be good enough for the blank, or maybe you can pick it.
She might be able to pick it. She might be able to blast it right on the nose and hold her shooter there as well. And I think with
Either
that
way,
broom,
that looks
that's
like
what she's probably
that's
looking
what she's
at.
calling. Yeah.
Could have been.
Yeah, let's be
closer
relaxed.
runner. They needed to swing
I
around
mean, just
there.
firm weight.
To bounce off of it, and boy. Maybe I should.
Firm weight.
Okay. Yeah, I like it, Nance.
And the nose. Good.
Yeah. Here, my side will stick around too, so you got it. Let's make it. Let's stick it to him.
Yeah, you got it, Nance.
Yep. Hard. Yes! Gotta go.
Nancy Martin looking for the nose hit here.
Hard. Really gotta go.
Doesn't have a lot of room to get across the face.
Go. Good.
Gotta go,
Nancy's very good at those high, hard ones.
And with the big weight, enough to get the red spilled all the way out of the rings, and Sherry Anderson will be forced here to attempt to take her single.
All right. Clear that house.
Yep.
Draw to the 8-foot.
Give me the speed.
And as the end started, we said Nancy Martin would be happy to see a single point scored either way. We certainly don't expect Sherry Anderson to flash this one. So one way or the other, this is going to be a single point.
Perfect here. I just come home. Yeah, this one's got a root. Just drop it around. That's right.
Sherry Anderson, final stone here in the ninth end. Facing two, they've called the brush on right away. She's got some room to roll, but she has to stay in the rings to get her single. Makes the hit. Oh, good job by the brushers. They hold that. It rolls to the other side of the 4-foot, but that's plenty to get her single point. 9 ends here in this A event final has decided nothing. So we're going to play a 10th and see if we can find out who is going to be the first team through to the AB playoffs.
What's for dinner?
What's for dinner? What's for dinner?
Tell them Boston Pizza's for dinner. From appies and salads to burgers, pasta, and pizza. All delivered to your door. Boston Pizza. Gather round.
Well, 10th in underway, and they were looking for a tight center guard. Once again, this is going to slip into the rings. Early advantage here in this 10th end to Nancy Martin. She's got a chance to play a hit earlier in the end than she would have liked. She just wants an open shot for her last one.
Yeah, I like a 10.
Yeah, we can stick around still. Yeah.
But it's been a really terrific A final game here. We've had momentum changes, some great shot making, some big shots made in timely manners, some excellent sweeping.
It's 9-5.
We have talked about the fact that the winner of this game
Jen.
goes on to the AB playoff game. The loser will drop down to the B semifinal. They'll be back on the ice at 7:30 tonight, and that will be our feature game as well, where they will play against Brooklyn Stevenson, who just was victorious in her B event matchup a few minutes ago.
Anywhere on the set, Anita.
Good shot.
So with that hit and roll over to the corner, that stone sticking around in the 12-foot. It's one of those ones where it might mean you can afford to hit and roll out on your last one here in an end like this.
Lots of times that works out. The opposition buries half away around a rock, and you don't have to keep your shooter because you've got that little biter. It's an amazingly
Just 95.
significant rock sitting over there.
Come on. Go, 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 go. Come on, Patty. Come on. You got it. You got it. You got it. Got it, girl.
Ooh, just got it to the no-tick zone.
Sink one now. You got your speed.
Shot, please. Nice speed. Good shot. Really good.
Yes, you can't remove that rock, so you might as well get around it first. Try to control the top of that forefoot.
You know you're going to have a chance to peel it on your next one. You want to put this in a spot where it takes Sherry Anderson 2 shots in the house to get shot rock. And of course, by that time, you'll have taken care of the center guard, and you'll have a chance to make a play.
Top four. Nice. T-line. T. Yeah,
Yes.
T.
Really coming off, guys. Come on. Let's go. Hard. Hard. Straight. Straight. Hard. Okay.
That's good. Nice shot.
Yeah.
14-9.
That a girl. Great shot.
She's coming off a hair through that.
Sweepers were almost afraid to sweep that, thinking it was already T-line.
Atta girl.
But coming into center like that, we certainly know that's where it's going to, as it's curling, going to die.
I thought actually Sherry might look coming right around from the other side, try to bury on the button. You know, in playing this shot that Nancy Martin's just going to go peel your guard.
Whoa. Whoa.
No, we're more than that.
Okay, come around then. Yep. Straight. Straight. Hard. Go, Patty. Go.
14.
Okay, whoa. We're going. Whoa.
Yeah, we can go.
Button. All the way. All the way. All the way. Good. Okay.
Fully buried around that one in the full 8.
All right. Let's call Patty. Peel it off here. You got it, Jen.
I have to say, I like that better than what she called. Because now Nancy Martin's going to peel the guard, but now you can play guards the rest of the end. And because you've already got the one in the button area, you can play the guards a little higher where you don't have to worry about putting rocks so close together that those doubles start to become possible.
That a girl. This is the 5, yeah.
What was that? 30, 29.
She's going to throw your rock next.
Good. Halfway. You want the same turn or the?
Totally.
Yep.
Next throw, Dad.
Thanks.
Hit it for line.
46.
Hit it.
46.
Hit it early. Okay.
3.
Whoa. Oh.
3. Whoa. 3, 4, 3.
Oh. Are we in?
No.
This is one where they didn't want this too tight because Martin T might try some kind of double. Don't think it's as tight as they were worried.
Right, from saying 3-4, well, did slide a fair bit, but
46.
We would have thought with the sound effects that she was somewhere over on the sponge towels logo.
Yeah. You like running it, Jen, or?
Kinda. Want to try for it?
Okay.
I don't mind the out.
Yeah.
This pair. Thanks. Yeah, that looks nice.
It's the hair
And
high.
and if I peel, right? That's right. Okay. What weight?
Peel.
Okay. What do I have to throw weeds?
So looking to run red onto yellow and hopefully catch that stone on the button.
Whoa! Whoa! Close! Yes!
It's close.
Catch it!
Red onto yellow does catch the stone on the button. Now you do leave your yellow stone for a center guard, and the red stone that was run back stays for shot rock right now. It is out in the open.
Great call. Really nice.
Really, if you were going to play the run back, this was the best you could hope for it. But anytime you can get a rock off the button, you take that chance. If Sherry Anderson does make the come around now, you know, with the way they were sitting, it would have been tough to make a play directly onto shot rock because you had to get around the one at the top of the 8.
Looks like lot.
Well, Jennifer Armstrong's had just a tremendous game today. She's made shot after shot like that today and comes through in the 10th end, which is critical.
Right to my broom.
You gotta go.
Yes, Jen. Yes.
Is their line okay?
Should
Yep.
be.
Go, Brenda. Anita. Just top in. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. Okay. Shot.
A little bit of an overbrush there, although you could almost make the argument that that might have come from the tee line. She wanted them brushing on that. I think she was worried about
Sherry was
the
calling
line.
her.
Yeah.
She said you have to
Okay.
quarters.
You got it.
Then it was
Rotate to make it.
Yeah, we shouldn't have got you curl it.
It's not horrible being back there right now either. So, you know, Nancy Martin's going to try to deal with the center guard.
Yep, hard, hard. Woo!
Get the other one.
Back one. Woo!
It'll be awfully thick on the center. Can they run it back? Oh, did they pick the port? No. Catches that stone at the back of the button, so at least gets it out of there.
What's that? Unconventional.
Boy, that was awful close to disaster. If she runs it through the port, it leaves her shooter up there.
But a chance for Sherry's team to put it back even better than the first one. I think try to get that top button area, full forefoot.
Got more line, I think, guys.
We're 6, 7, 6.
Yes, top button. Hard. Hard.
We're okay.
Hard.
Gotta
Help,
go.
Cher.
Hard.
Hard. Hard, guys. Hard. Right up. Gotta go.
Come on. Get it in.
Guys, go. Okay.
Well, got second shot, which nullifies that little side
Yeah,
yellow
it
one that
does.
we had talked about.
Same call.
And if Nancy Martin goes after the guard again, that stone that was just delivered could still work for a guard.
Okay.
I think we gotta get rid of our guard.
Give me a hair more.
Okay. Okay.
Well, trying the same shot again, trying to angle that guard in.
The guard's the one that's hurting her. To try to run it towards shot stone. She might get a bit of a bonus off that.
Hard. 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 Go, 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 go. Hard. Got it. Hard. Any roll, Jen. Any roll. Go, Jen. Go, go, go.
Does it again. Great shooting.
That's good. Really
Great
good,
shot,
Lindsay.
Shooter will roll all the way, or the raised stone, pardon me, will roll all the way through the back.
Sorry.
Dead guard that.
Nice call.
Sherry Anderson sounds like she's content to go around that stone with her last one, so she's going to guard it right here. You know Nancy Martin's likely simply going to peel off the guard.
Right here. Got it. Okay.
Of course, Nancy Martin knows exactly what Sherry Anderson's thinking too. Would she ever draw with her first one?
Halfway, guys. Dead guard.
Sherry?
Okay.
Or
Nancy.
Nancy?
Nancy.
Oh, on this guard? I don't believe so.
Well, you don't have to bury. Do you draw to the corner of the forefoot on the other side with your first one, and it gives you something to come off of? It's a rock that's a little harder for Sherry to ignore. If you just peel the guard, you know she's coming around, and you're going to have to draw with your last one. Not saying I'd play it. I'm just playing devil's advocate. First things first, Sherry Anderson needs to protect that stone at the top 12. And really, not that she's trying to score with it. She's trying to keep it there. So she's got something to draw around with her last one.
Guys, I want to continue to curl. Let her in. Let Patty take
Watch the line meets. Yeah, you're good.
But to your point there, Sean, I just remember like way back when Dave Nedowan played with Randy Furby in a situation like this. He figured it was 2-1 for getting a rock to the button, and he was going there first.
So red is shot.
He had 2 shots to do it, and the opposition only got 1.
They're talking draw. Well, they make up their minds. 10th in, final stone, Jessica Mitchell, Madison Clyder all tied up. Clyder has last rock, has shot rock, Mitchell has last rock. She comes down to the cluster at the back. She will pick up her single point, and that gives Jessica Mitchell the 8-7 win over Madison Clyder. Mitchell will move on in the C event, and that means that Madison Clyder is eliminated from this year's championship.
Well, Madison Clyder's team as juniors will have many, many, many years of opportunity to come back to the Viterra Scotties and just had a tremendous experience here.
But if we don't, we're probably in trouble in the last one. If you make that peel, Sherry's got to make a really good draw to force you, kind of thing. You can follow her down.
Double
yeah, or a draw. Tap it down. She's got to make a good shot. Everything's coming down pretty good there on this side. If you like the draw, you put her on the forefoot and let's go for it. If you got that in your head, you want to throw that lock.
I'm okay with
either
one. Whatever.
I love the draw. I think.
Here's the thing. Sherry Anderson's throwing the draw no matter what you do.
Yeah, I think we try to keep it open though, so that if she does try to drop this way or something, she tries to.
And then you have it twice, kind of thing.
Okay,
We'll
so
take
you
that.
want it full forefoot.
You like this, you guys? Everybody on board?
I like it if you like it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's nice for her to throw a draw.
Take our draw to the button path still.
Yeah, like
And
mindless sport.
I think what sort of plays a little bit into this too is how those rocks are a little bit off the center line, like they're not. There is still a lot of accessibility
It's almost like practice now.
to
It's
that
not
button.
as quick as it's been. Yeah.
Plenty of time for the Martin team. That is their last time out. I thought it was an interesting part of their discussion was something that I brought up now. I'm surprised they're coming as tight to the center line. If you're going to come this direction and try to get tight to the center line, you certainly want to be close to edge, but you want to leave your rock fully exposed because that's part of the discussion. They said, you know, you might be able to use it. Well, if you're half buried, she comes around from the other side, it's hard to use it.
Yeah, and let's go. Line's great. What do you think? Line's really good.
I think we gotta go.
Where are we? Top four. Room, let it curl. Curl if you can. Top four. Curl.
Don't worry about the curl. Be top four.
No. Can't.
It's really close.
Whoa.
Top four. T.
Not
T.
Roll
T
down.
line.
Whoa. Let it sit. Let it sit. Let it sit.
Okay, good.
Great.
Good
Nice
weight.
shot. 14-5.
Maybe a hair deeper than what they had in mind.
Yeah, just a couple inches, but had to get that edge to edge so that Sherry didn't have any room to tuck in under or come in off it.
Yeah. What'd you get again? 14-5.
Don't think Sherry's going to look at it. There are teams in this country, especially on the men's side, that would play the double on the yellows. Because you sit buried with your shooter when you do that.
No. Well, I'm saying I'm with toe dead weight and then just repeat the foot. Okay.
She's looking to come down tap. She can't afford to roll off it at all. We know it'll finish that hard.
Yeah, for sure. Unless it really skins that one and I got enough weight to make sure we're shot. Right. But then she'll have backing if I kick it to there. So I think the best is try to keep that angle. Move this just to there. You bet. You got it. Now, shoot through that on the ground, but a lot of rotation. Got it. Right at me. She's a little bit, just a hair tougher there, hey? Just a couple feet heavier.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Not much. A couple feet.
Just keep a bit of an angle.
Yeah. Let us know when it starts to crawl.
Yeah. Let's make it. Yeah. Make it up.
The only game left on the ice here this afternoon. All eyes on Sherry Anderson. Tied up without last rock, with her final stone needing to come down and needs to move Nancy Martin's stone about a foot and stay partly in front of it.
Hard then. Line's getting good. Got it, Carol. It will. Line's good.
Gotta go.
Get it, go.
Well, she's got good weight coming over the hog.
Has to get by her
She's
own
going to get
stone
by
at
her
the
own
top
red.
12.
Now does she have the weight to move it?
Doesn't have the weight to move it far enough. It'll leave that stone on the button. With that, Nancy Martin doesn't have to throw her last one. She picks up the single point and the win here in the A final. Put it in the books as a 7-6 final. Nancy Martin with the win, and that's enough to move her into the AB game. Sherry Anderson will fall down to the B event where she will play in a semifinal tonight. That'll be the feature game against Brooklyn Stevenson. And we'll have that for you here on curlsask.ca as well as SaskTel Max. So another chance yet, though, for the B event teams to get through to that same A-B game. The A-B game giving teams 2 chances to get through to the final. So that's always the focus for a lot of these teams. You'd love to win through the A, but as long as you get to the A-B game, 2 chances to get to the final. Nancy Martin with Kim Hudson at ice level. Kim?
Yeah, you bet. Nancy, was that as much fun to play in as it was to watch?
Oh, it was crazy. That's what Sherry would call a barn burner.
There you go. And that was going to be my next question. Was it fun or not fun just because you were playing against Sherry?
Oh, it was so fun. Everyone loves to play Sherry. She's so nice out there, and we're such good friends. It was a battle.
Okay, and to stick with the Sherry theme, is that why you played the shot you did coming around in the 10th end, or because you knew what she was doing, or just because it was simply what you felt was the right shot at the right time?
Yeah, I felt like if I didn't get there first, she was gonna, so I didn't really want to have to play that double. Yeah, thought I had to get there first.
Okay, good answer. Well, now you got a little time on your hands. Yeah. What's up for the rest of the weekend?
Wow, I guess we're just gonna prepare for the 1-2 game. It's my first time in the 1-2 game, so I'm super excited.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, good luck and congratulations. Nice win.
Thanks, Kim.
Yes, mirrored from us up here at the booth as well. Congratulations to Nancy Martin. She moves into the A-B playoff game. She's going to sit back and watch the teams work through the B to find out who she plays in that game. 2 chances now to get through to the final. For us, we'll be back on the ice at 7:30 tonight. We've got B semifinal action. It'll be Sherry Anderson, who just lost here against Brooklyn Stevenson, picking up a win earlier this afternoon as well. We'll have all the action 7:30, curlsask.ca, and also available on SaskTel Max.